I only know the one with the grassy block.
I think I stopped writing it.
But like modded.
Because
Oh, okay.
The last thing you wrote, like the very last thing.
right, we all ready?
Literally. Literally.
I am sir.
What did you write? It's not in English, it's Tony dead.
Totally
Caps.
dead.
We all ready?
Hell yes.
Cool. I've got a bit of a tickly throat, so if I just start coughing,
Time's
I'll
up.
probably.
It's not a hint, is it?
No, it won't be. So, so
Sorry. I'm on my way to the inn and sat waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting.
The time for laughing is over. It's serious time now.
in our previous episode, the champions of Kyrathis had travelled down from Mount Aldir, home of Balfric the Red.
Wait. Sorry, 1 second. I just realised that our name is Cock.
Champions of
I planned it the whole time.
The
Your
cock.
final fight will be with a penis.
We're literally the
A
Cocks.
flaccid
Yeah.
penis.
We're no longer the sphere leaders, we're the cocks.
We're the Cocks.
Cool.
Sorry.
Thank you, Rob.
And all my dreams crumble. I travelled down from Mount Aldir, home of Balfric the Red and daughter of Balgus the Ancient, carrying the sin-moved body of Lord Tobias Fairmount. You attempted to find someone in the city powerful enough to cast the resurrection spells you needed. You ventured into the belly of the beast, the large cathedral of the Triad, and was promised by Perseum, Minister of Tyr, god of law and justice, that he could not cast such a spell, but he did know someone that could. There was much deliberation and bargaining, which resulted in the guards being sent to check in on the lair of Balfric, finding a large, unlooted pile of treasure, or partially looted,
We have someone with high persuasion.
but not Balfric's body, as you had put that into the magma pools. Additionally, you agreed with Perseum that Lord Tobias Fairmount would be brought back for the location of the resistance within the city. You wanted a display of power to demonstrate that he could uphold the bargain. He left the room, and shadows descended from the roof. A pitch blackness, cold and silent, fell over the tall cathedral room, and from the inky darkness fell a behemoth spider, a monstrosity that was described as not of this world. And then it left as quick as it came.
It was a really surreal moment.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I was bit that. I was that.
Perseum returned, smug, and convinced this was enough of a gesture. However, the party wasn't quite as convinced by this strange turn of events. Despite this, you agreed upon his terms, and together summoned the resistance at the Pantry Inn. You requested that Willis or Garland Fairmount be told of Tobias's death, but you were informed Willis was currently indisposed. You travelled back, leaving Tobias's body in the cathedral, and arranged with Dumna a meeting for that evening, and you waited. While you were waiting, Lord Tobias Fairmount found himself somewhat returned to the Pyramid of Many Things. Corridors he had walked before, settings he had found himself in, or stories his friends had told. He found himself in a long dining hall, where you met the image. I'm just going to switch between first person and third person. You found yourself in a long dining room, where you met the image of Brother Kathos, an avatar of Kyrathis himself, and there you struck a bargain for your life. You would serve Kyrathis in the afterlife until he saw fit, until a debt of life had been paid. And you must watch the action of every consequence of every action you have ever taken. You were barraged with images of every single decision you had ever made, consciously or otherwise, significant and not. A kicked rock pushing a home of animals, a dance with Carlia, a debt unpaid far from home. You experienced all of this, and when you awoke, you found yourself amongst friends, back in the pyramid, and you travelled back through a mirror and found yourself in the Pantry Inn.
That was fucking weird.
Adorning your face now, the mark of the god who saved you, a large red wheal of a scar. You exchanged briefly and found Tobias still keen to meet with the resistance, despite the Triad inevitably coming for you. You sat in the inn drinking some ale when Carlia entered.
This is where me and Cal reveal that we've respect Toby to Warlock.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, right.
Like what?
No, really.
I didn't.
That would be cool.
He's a
That
warlock.
would be cool. He's not really. Oh, still a bard.
Just
I
an edgy
did
one.
shit myself just a little. I was like, shouldn't I write this one?
It's too late to back out now.
Yeah, he's said it now, it's canon. The light in the inn comes from the sconces on the wall, and the clean whitewashed walls of the inn reflecting the low light contrast to the red, rich velvet booths. Carlisle stares at you, Tobias, a mask of unreadable emotions. Bewildered at the sight of her dead lover, she rushes over to you and begins frantically hugging you, touching your face, your arms, your body, ensuring you're real, but and not some figment of her imagination. But
Wasn't that when I bankrupted the city, was it?
But how are you lied? You said he was. I saw his body in the cathedral.
Oh, was she there?
How is this?
There she was.
Sorry, I'll give a moment. I don't remember. Did we tell her directly?
You didn't tell her. You told Dumna.
Okay, cool.
And
Sorry.
then he summoned people.
Couldn't remember.
If I remember correctly, you told Dumna that Tobias is there to summon the.
Summon the vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light the beacon.
Oh no. Okay.
How is this?
It's a terribly long story.
Wrong or long?
Long. There's a dragon, it's a god, we're kind of his posse. You knew that something like this would happen eventually.
Oh. I don't know what to say to that.
It was always on the cards.
Yeah. I believed you did.
It was actually pretty dead for a while, I have to admit. It's not a pleasant experience.
My heart dropped that our last meetings had been so short and so somber and not filled with joy like the old days. You can see now she's kind of tearing up, and unlike the stoic Carlisle that you'd seen previous, she was kind of letting the softer side of her show through. That I might think that you thought that I might think less of you. You must know. I know you didn't mean any of this. You're foolhardy and you're reckless and you're a fucking idiot. But you're not cruel.
I think she's going to her chin, look her in the eyes and say, and you're an idiot.
Did you just say that?
He said he's her idiot.
She passes her constitution check. She doesn't vomit.
Jeez.
That was so sweet. He's such a poet.
She just touches your face.
Ah!
I can't remember. Did you cover up?
Yeah, no, I actually cast this guy's self for myself. Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
But anyway, we've come. We came at the request of your friends.
So,
Many of the resistance are already here, down in the cellars. Let's go rejoice and plan our next move, yes?
yes, let's go enjoy Joyce.
Yeah.
Who's Joyce? Rejoice. Rejoice, sorry.
And you all head downstairs to the cellar, and there's a quiet hubbub, but it kind of ends as you enter the...
It's a quiet, sorry, what?
Hubbub.
A hubbub.
Yeah.
It's a brand of bubblegum.
It's like a hubbub, but with extra up.
Hubbub.
Yeah,
That was
it's
really
super hubbub.
There's the Hubble telescope down there.
So it goes quiet. I forgot how hard it is to do this group. You enter the room, and it's still that fairly low lit room. It's kind of underground, so there's no kind of natural light, but and
Starbucks.
they quiet as you enter the room, kind of staring expectantly at you and kind of clearing a space in the middle. There's maybe about 20, 25 people in the room. It's make it feel quite
Including
packed.
us.
Excluding.
Excellent.
So, Lord Tobias, we thought you were dead. So we gathered everyone here. Oh. 1 second, everyone, sorry. Demuddle. Okay.
You guys are gonna have to cry.
Yeah. You guys come down here.
Cox is in.
Yeah, Cox is in.
Oh god.
Cox in. Okay. So,
I have a cat and dog thing where like, they go
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay.
Are you trying to say this sneakily?
Yeah.
Do a stealth check.
Okay, is it just like him, or are we all trying to?
I'll say it has advantage because you're all trying to assist and you make sure he's quiet.
In that case, can I do the roll?
Nope.
Oh,
He's the one who's speaking.
God.
You're just helping him be
Oh,
quiet.
God.
He just
Hey,
has
Trent.
it's just a straight roll, is it not?
I rolled 2 3s in a row.
Thanks.
Actually, no, I think I have a disadvantage because of my heavy armor. So I had rolled 1 3, which is 3.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know.
Are you talking about bardic inspiration?
How much is that gonna help?
Probably not. It's like it's a D8.
Yeah,
That's
so
just- we're just
maximum
singing,
we're
and
gonna
then like,
get.
We're trying to be. Are you singing over it so no one can hear us?
Together, right?
Okay, but surely I'm noticing how not stealthy he is.
Yeah, we'll see what he says
Surely
first.
this is painful.
So just to clarify our thoughts, we gathered everyone here, and then we told.
No, wait! Yes, we have gathered everyone here. Let's go and join everyone in the celebration.
Well, we will. We're free, but we have to. Isn't.
I've checked the perimeter. Everything's fine.
Oh, the people who are coming for my funeral? 20 people?
No. This was the planning party.
Oh.
Yeah, no. The whole town was.
Remember, it's very recent.
Wait, no, but out of character, did we not tell Tobias about what we did?
Did we not tell you?
I
what we
feel
did?
like-
No, we did. He still
You
wanted
said
to give
you
you
want- No, you wanted the resistance to meet anyway. For...
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Oh, I remember because.
Did we not end with you like wanting to make a speech to them?
No, we ended with Kalara walking.
Right,
Yeah.
sorry, okay.
But I
Just
did
to make sure
make a
I
speech.
couldn't
I want
remember.
to throw a party.
I know it was like 5 minutes ago, but you're right, you totally checked it. Sorry. Carry on, everyone. Cocks out. Cocks out.
Wait, what?
They're all just staring at you and they've clearly been listening to everything.
Sorry, everyone.
We didn't really say anything, to be
We were
fair.
just
rambling.
we were just talking
Bumbling
about how
idiots.
great this place is.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
And he's not dead.
So, what's the plan? You summoned us here?
Members of the Resistance, you have my warmest thanks for continuing to uphold the banner of the Fairmounds despite the atrocities that have been committed in our names and the painful deeds that I've committed against you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for upholding tradition and honour in this city in these dark and troubled times. It is why I, Tobias Fairland, Lord and friend, offer you this evening to revel in the victories, as small as they might be, that we've had so far. And should members of the Triad inexplicably arrive in this tavern, we will show them that they have been missing. And I know that with 2 terrific bards like me and Carlia, we can sing this civil war into a quick close. What do you say?
Hurrah!
I say make a deception check.
It was so beautiful. Like, was that deception? Were you not sincere?
I think I was being sincere.
Should they inexplicably turn up? There's a lie in there somewhere.
Okay.
To be fair.
I definitely
With
didn't
advantage
stop
because of
My
the
Messiah
I'm leaning against,
stuff.
I'm leaning against
The
Hex's leg
well,
and sobbing into his trousers.
very good roleplay.
Well, that's a
He got
16.
away with me.
I know.
Okay.
Wait. Was it? Was 16 or deception? Yeah, 16. So, 26.
I'm meltdown like.
So, Kyla can speak up. So we're here to party.
Cue music!
Do I have my lips filler? Does that burn? Can I get that
You
back?
have all of your possessions.
Oh, sing for us, Lord Tobias.
Oh.
One of the older ones, Carlia?
Of course. But then we should really. Okay. Make a performance check.
Oh, you might slide through the
Oh, damn, buddy.
Performance.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, great.
Carlisle's gonna outshine you on stage.
14.
Yeah, Kai got 23.
Was
so
just dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true.
small thing.
He's horrifically scarred.
She did also teach me everything I know. She would be slightly better than me.
So you begin strumming on your lute, and
On his lute. Do they share a lute?
This is not
he begins strumming on his
Oh,
lute.
sorry, okay.
Um,
I was like an
and,
epic dual guitar solo.
your voice rings out amongst the patrons here, and they are somewhat confused by why they've been summoned here just to enjoy a concert.
I start banging my shield like a drum.
But
Out of
Carlia
time.
starts dancing around the room, and then she brings out her flute, slightly smaller and of a higher kind of octave, but beautiful. And it starts to weave. The dance that she's dancing, the music weaves into yours, and it's a beautiful moment. And you sing the old song that you
I
always used
practiced
to.
education, some backing vocals as well.
Okay.
Is there any spare table? Are any of the tables empty?
No, there's not any tables down here. There's just chairs.
Oh, you were down. Alright.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
really?
downstairs. You're downstairs.
Oh.
In the meeting room.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know
Yeah.
if there's tables there.
No, it's just like a.
There's a barrels.
of chairs.
Is
Should we
Dom-
dance
is
a
Dom-
halfling jig to this?
Yes. In Serena Cha-Cha form.
No.
No.
I already had my coat off.
Yeah.
You start dancing.
Yes.
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 We start doing our halfling dance.
Yeah. Okay, performance check.
Is Dunbar here?
No.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Trent just starts break dancing.
Oh wow.
That's the
Oh
halfling
my
dance.
god. Full on robot with the arm.
Yeah. We've got like a hip hop duel
I
action.
got
going
10.
on.
Clanking about.
I got 20. I got a filthy 20.
What? How are you out dancing?
So
Oh yeah, I got some.
Outperforming.
Well, pop it long!
you are very nimble, but you're kind of just like prancing around, like just like up on your toes and just like some weird animal has got like
Dad's dance.
Yeah, I feel Trent's
pins and needles in your
Oh,
face.
yeah.
you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Whereas Tren is tearing the house down.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
It's
yeah.
like side of the lawnmower in the spring.
Oh
Yeah.
Can't kick it out flat.
You head upstairs.
Trent,
again.
don't
Armor
Michael
as
Jackson.
well.
I know, that's
Yeah,
even
it must
more
be too
impressive.
Yeah,
Like a
there's
dark
just
silver
the
mold.
two tables that weren't previously when you were in, who you exchanged some weird words with and then done them.
I'm gonna walk over and ask for a drink.
Aye. You might want to keep it down a little bit there. It's maybe a secret meeting, but
That is out my thing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sit on my own upstairs. I'm on the frivolity.
I believe he's been charging you 1 the silver drink.
Is there only one entrance into the dance floor?
There's 2. There's one from the into the thing, and then there's the kind of trapdoor and ladder that leads up to
Just
the
gonna find
stables.
myself in a corner and just
Hex! Check
prop
this
myself
out!
up and
I
just
cast
be
dancing
watching-
lights
can we
with
watch-
sort of disco ball.
can we watching the outside one.
Hex! We call this the twerk! Look at me go!
Oh wow.
Coins like, oh god!
The kind of continues for a couple songs, and then Talia kind of stops and she says, "Guys, we must have a meeting here for what's our next steps. We must
Where did
know."
football go?
Let's see. Who do we still have to impress?
I mean, I think we should capitalize on this opportunity. I mean, if the Red Dragon that attacked us just mere days ago is truly dead, as the rumors say, then we can use this to inspire loyalty in the Fairmont name.
We could write pamphlets. I was thinking about doing that. We could do like a poster,
Big pamphlets.
like saying that
I was
Tobias killed the dragon, and we could get someone to do a good picture of him killing a dragon.
Word has begun to spread, but this may help these pamphlets.
I'm gonna
If we go and recapture the gold before the triad does,
It's just
then,
upstairs.
and we spread it amongst the people of the city, then gold wins people's hearts. And
Well, they
if
took
you
the,
back,
they took the gold.
oh,
Yeah,
I got some of it though.
see what happened was We were trying to convince them to bring
But let's not go into that. The fact is, the gold is probably gone.
Probably gone.
Well,
It's
then we
gone.
take it from the triad.
A
Yeah.
heist! I love a heist!
Oh my god, Ocean's
Not that I've
11.
ever done a heist before, but
Ocean's
I love a
11.
The
heist.
last ones we tried that went really well.
Wait, not Ocean's 11. Cox 5.
But this, I mean, slaying a dragon is no small feat. The triad's response was nothing. And she just kind of spits this aside. They sat and waited. They acted as if it was a divine act from Ilmater. But you sweet dragon, you are a force to be reckoned with. The merchants have already pledged their support for a change of regime. They will assist on the day of your choosing and cause a distraction of some kind to lure some of the guards away from the castle. The majority of the populace does still have a way to go before supporting you, but another act like this, and their support will no doubt prove valuable in the future. And the guards, they're the hardest to be convinced, I think. I do not know yet how we can turn some of them away from their leaders. They certainly have loyalists who appeared at the same time as the new regime, but I don't think they'll be turnable. But the rest, perhaps. But I guess it would be speaking to them, speaking to the civilians, finding out what ails and plagues them, and, you know, happy people is people ripe for a overthrowing.
I'm gonna go get greedy.
Hmm?
I'm gonna go get greedy.
Guards, they're guards. They're sort of military men, but they're still men with families. And
Are they getting paid enough?
You're dragged.
no, I don't really know
We
how
should
much
see if
they
they're
get.
getting paid enough. Guards always seem to be
I don't-
complaining about how little they get paid.
Do they have enough breakfast? Because my mum used to say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So,
What if they only get one breakfast?
I'm glad I wasn't at that.
I mean, no, they're savage, but they're not that. No regime is that aggressive.
I don't know. Breakfast.
Maybe it's appeal to their adventurous spirits.
I'm not sure the guards have an adventurous spirit around here. What did you have in mind?
No. What are guards like?
Guarding,
Money.
standing,
Money.
How
halberds.
have the guards? Are they the same ones as before the triad, or have a lot of them been replaced?
Are you back?
Yeah.
Yeah, brought back.
Oh. He's carrying.
For the most part, there were some those who became suddenly religious. Some of them started to work for the garden. Some of them started to work in the cathedral, menial tasks.
Horrible in there. Awful spider.
We appeal to their
Building.
sense of loyalty to the city, not particularly their faith or the Fairmounts. We appeal to them to protect their city. In a sense, we did quite a decent job of, overshadowing them, killing the dragon. I mean,
You did, and my reports say it certainly had an effect, but
What about if we go in and apply as guards, work there, earn their trust, earn money, 40 years later we retire, buy a farm somewhere.
I'm in 10 rabbits.
I think that in amongst that plan, there's one thing that we could do, and that's disguise ourselves as guards and talk to some of them.
Oh, that's really good. Well, that's better.
Because I always learned that if you wanted to con someone, if you wanted to do business with someone, you should get to know them first.
The one
Lord of Unicorns.
baker you killed.
I agree with that. You need to find out what the guards, for the most part, where the loyal is like. Like the ones who switched to religion, was it because they wanted to be religious, or simply wanted to keep the
They're
job?
very convincing pamphlets and missionaries that are sat outside libraries.
Lord Tobias, you can change your appearance. Why don't you do that?
Talk to the guards.
Yeah.
This could be exciting. I have turned a lot of men in uniform in my time.
Do they have small guards?
no, we need to be role playing you.
Do they have?
Sorry, a lapse.
Oh yeah. What's the
guards.
halfling population in Summercrest like?
I actually have an exact figure for that.
That's great.
According to the last census.
I'm gonna guess 5%.
Exact
Actually
figure.
more. Are yours the same as mine?
I don't know. We will find out in just about 20 seconds.
Oh my god. Can't wait to find out I've been swamped by half.
This whole time. Done that.
Serena Cha-Cha.
Domino's a pretty
I
elf. I've got it written down.
80% of the city is halfling and they're just
Tall
all on
halflings.
stilts.
Pointy.
Can't wait.
He's on a stool behind it.
Yeah, 80% is halfling. They're all just on stilts.
Orange on shoulders.
Yeah, they're all big.
Oh god, the double.
Protected jaw.
Imagine that entire city arises because everyone else thinks everyone else is human. But really, it's just a bunch of halflings walking around in disguise. Hello, fellow human.
I got it. 20%.
20%.
Oh right. Okay. So there's got to be some halflings in the
What's
guard
the-
then.
Yes.
Overall.
65. What? 100%.
Do they have half guards?
What is the populace?
65% human, 20% halfling, 10% dwarf, 5%.
Can we put some numbers to that?
20%.
Oh.
Okay. So will they have
Oh.
someone?
The total population of Summercrest is roughly 40,000 people.
That's
It's
So would we have seen some halfling guards then about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was a mostly human place, but apparently there have been halflings, so...
I didn't notice. I'm always just looking up. I barely see
I
you
know, I
sometimes.
look up as well, and I just don't see
Look.
people. Okay.
brutal.
I love that idea. That's good in one of my games.
The guards have shields and cloaks and stuff, right?
You mean uniform? Yes. Who are you asking?
Out of game,
Oh.
the guards we have seen,
Yes.
what do they have?
Uniform.
Tradition.
So,
Yeah, but
we just
shields.
grab
Yes.
a couple of them,
Unisards.
knock them
Shields,
on the head.
chainmail.
You got symbols.
They're
on
like
it.
Mexican
Shields.
wrestlers.
Yeah.
So we know.
They have a singular man nappy on. They just walk
Right.
It's an armored man, not people.
It's nice to say that, Toby grew up in
That's
Corsons.
half naked men.
They're wearing they're the cast of 300.
Oh.
Yeah, but the 300 parody, where actually half of them were fat.
Half of them are halflings.
It's more
20% of them are.
I think Toby would just keep the hot ones and have them work in the castle, and then all the others just round about the rest of the city.
A lot of the halflings were the kind of more merchandise, kind of trade-minded people, the people down at the docks,
The Jews, if you will.
Those are
Trade
great.
shop.
That's like with the curls and the kippers, one of a big old hat. Yeah, I love the thing that sits on, don't they?
It's not called a bloody kipper.
Oh, yeah.
It's called a kipper.
Oh,
Or like I think it's AH or something, not a kipper.
anyway, after that brief intern.
That is like this thing.
How many guards are there?
What, in the city?
Yeah, like roughly 500.
What's the ratio of guard to civilization?
People.
1 to
Thank
10.
you, people.
That'd be about 400.
No, I didn't think it was
400
very
guards.
There must be about 300 400,
Scotches.
yes.
Guards like that.
Yeah.
Background is so many
Can't
Let's
loopholes.
like do that.
Say,
Do we
that's
know
the cat-
who
the guard?
is the captains amongst the guards?
There are, yes.
So we're better off talking to them than just individual guards, because I'm assuming they're.
It's the common man we need to
Over-
convince.
Yeah, exactly.
But the guards
what?
themselves are probably.
The average Jolophon.
The captains will be swayed one way or the other.
The captains were less likely to convince because they probably get paid more.
Ah!
Whereas if we get all of the
What if-
lower ranking
But,
guards on our side,
but currently we're just
they're
trying to talk to them
less
and get an idea on the.
Yeah.
What is.
You
Oh,
want me
So I
to
don't
see,
think going up high and be
I'm a
like, why is
bit
this
of a-
guard talking about...
At
You
home,
might go and tell someone.
I used to talk to the people all around, and people used to really like, when I talked to them all around.
I like
So
when you
maybe-
talk to me.
Thank you. So, I could talk to them. Let's talk to them.
I can do it too. I've got a lot in common with the common man.
I think it would be maybe best if
I think you were nearly sick
myself
last
and
time we said
Tobias
average.
did this.
I would agree with that.
I've got.
You have cider to
Something.
work on, so... Young man.
You have some very important skills
Pamphlets
and
that
some
we
very
need to be
important
drawing
work
up.
to do.
What about those pamphlets?
I know
Yeah.
something. I think I forgot to write my background.
We can do that.
Oh, and you know what? Remember, Trent,
Your
these
folk hero.
guards,
Yeah.
these guards all are not allowed to drink
But
alcohol.
if
Has it
we
been a bit
need,
of hour, by the way?
You could
So
slip
you
of
could
some.
make cider
Since
for
we're
the
reliable.
guards,
You
and I
only do a
bet that would make them
that's
happier.
actually
Yeah.
a good idea. But I remember last time I asked them, how long does it take to make cider again? 3 days.
Yeah, I think we said 3, even though it definitely take 1.
If I really just sat there,
And stared.
Concentrated.
I watched.
cider
Kettle
never.
does
brew.
this film.
You can
Much
brainstorm ideas for how to
Cal's
make cider on a large scale.
Or even just getting access from Dumna, you might have some.
Yeah, you could sort things on a
You
cider
did
front for us.
rescue a lot from them.
Yeah.
I could give the cider to the guard.
Luma, you can create
What's the
berries
topic?
out of nowhere.
Luma's gone
She
home.
died in the winter.
I kind of sat on it.
Her cat suit was too thin.
You know what?
Like a
When
mayfly.
her gap year ended, she went back to her family.
It was like Oregon Trail. She died.
Fine.
Luma's contracted dysentery.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I could help you
Okay.
make
So how about this? We've got the cider. We could take some the merchants don't need, and then we bribe. Is that the word? Or is it bribe? Bribe. We bribe
That's
the
a delightfully funny word.
we bribe the guards.
That's your
Sounds
breebies.
With the
too much
cider.
like my name as well.
Yeah, also that.
Bribe. Oh yeah. Bribe. We bribe them with what booze we can.
What do you think of this, Carolina?
Oh, me? Or just listen to the expert planners that you are.
I feel we need to.
Do you have anything in place at the moment?
No, we do have an informant that's been letting us know general things, shift patterns, guard patterns, but the informant's recently gone dark, so we're currently a bit out of the loop in what's kind of going on. So.
I did accidentally kill a lot of people.
I gave one brain damage.
Yeah, so we know that. I think certainly speaking to him is a good idea. I think alcohol is one thing, but be warned that if you simply just go up to them and start speaking to them, if you get the wrong person, you may find yourself up in the stockade.
Yeah.
Um,
So maybe do the talking first, and then we can hook them up afterwards.
Find out their loyalties first, and then see whether they're worth. But I'm sure
How do you
you're
think
as
we could
skilled as yourself.
procure some of their armor?
I can magically just produce it.
I'll just find a halfling guard and knock them out.
I'll ask someone for.
Sure. We're staying in the bar for a while.
Okay.
They're
We,
talking first.
if you give me a day, we do have some members of the resistance here in the guard, not many. They have a weird way of getting in people's heads and finding out where loyalties lie. But
I can do that too.
yeah, we could get it. Or if you would prefer to procure yourself.
I've already procured myself. Thank you.
I trust
Yeah.
your ability, perhaps greater than ours. I mean, apart from Bree, she's a pretty good thief.
I
But
guess it depends on how quickly we need to do this. Because we need to do it.
He used
Just-
He
You
used to
guys
do
will
tomorrow.
do it,
He
you
used to
guys can do it.
kill.
You're not a thief, but we don't know.
I've never stolen anything.
No.
I mean, I'm
Not
set
for our
hearts. I'm really tired. I don't know if anybody else has died, but it's actually very exhausting. So I could maybe do with a rest.
That's what he said to the woman.
It's late at night.
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of time is it? I
See?
can't remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
When
about
they kick me
10,
out,
approaching
it's
11.
upset with the whole-
Yeah.
Hmm?
I'm just saying.
She was tired. They went to
A
bed
reasonable
together.
hour.
You all hear some kind of muffled voices upstairs, and then kind of a, and then just floorboards creaking.
What is the rest of the room?
I went upstairs.
I'm gonna hide in the corner.
Oh yeah,
Anybody
you,
else?
you all.
No, I don't go
definitely
upstairs.
hear
I
this.
go upstairs and see how Domna is.
You go
But I'm
upstairs.
just-
I'm gonna go check on Domna, guys.
Go with them.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
I'm definitely like pretty ready.
And I'm going to watch the other entrance.
Domna!
Wait. Oh, fuck, never mind.
I'm hiding in the corner with my bow.
Shh.
Domna!
Wait at the door. Don't open the door at the top. Just wait.
Open the door.
For goodness sake.
Okay. You open the
Oh, is it?
door.
Okay, I don't do that
She's
then.
with you.
Sorry,
I literally was not behind. I was
Are
like,
you
just-
behind me? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't do that then.
Right. Call his name.
Domna, could I have some more cider, please? Because last time you just gave me up. I looked through. Is there a keyhole?
Because it's stairs, is there a little gap under the door?
Oh, is it a trapdoor?
Yeah.
Can I
This one's not.
Can I try and
the other
peek and see how many? Like, I was just up there, all of 10 minutes ago, and how many people were in there?
There were 2 tables. One with 2, one with 3.
So 2, 3, 6. So that should be 12 feet.
Yeah. That you can see through a small
I'm gonna
slit
look and
on
see
the
how
door.
many feet I can see.
Sure.
You can have a view
Look,
of
I need
all.
to roll.
I'm gonna have, yeah, I'm gonna say roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh dear. Oh, look at dear. Not good. That'll be a 9.
You see
Yeah,
some 2 sets of feet on the like maybe 20 feet across the room, but from the angle, the way the like the layout of the inn is, you won't be able to see Dumna behind the bar.
Right.
The
Are
bar
any-
obstructs some
Okay.
of it.
Are any of the feet right at the door?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Do you think there's someone here? I'm gonna shout dumb now. Like pretty loud enough so it's definitely gonna be heard.
Yeah?
Oh,
Sounds
I
like
go in.
Dumna's voice.
Oh,
Oh no.
You open the door.
yeah. You have to do quick. I'll stop that.
And behind the bar, Dumna's there. He's got a knife or a long sword drawn at his throat, and there's a guard directly behind him. And then up against, like lining the walls, is another just kind of like 15 guards up against the walls. And when they see you, they go, "It's them."
I
And
go
they-
up.
Okay.
Just holding my hands like, hey, guys. Let's not do anything too crazy.
Are you here?
What?
He's behind it.
Oh,
behind
okay.
you guys.
Good, because I had no idea what I was going to do.
They all stop for just a moment.
How many guards is there?
There's 16
And
in
what?
total.
16.
16.
I don't remember
I'm
any
going
of
to-
my
And of the patrons left.
Good.
The patrons, the Dumna's there, and then the patrons are kind of tied up, up on one of the booths.
Now,
You just go,
honest answer, people. Which one of you guys are kind of sketchy, kind of feeling not quite into the triad? Show of hands, show of hands.
And I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh god. Oh, these. I was thinking, how can I get Hex and Bree to come up?
I assume they're not talking quietly.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh wait, no, not
Because that's how I was thinking.
For fuck's sake. Will I ever roll good initiative?
Where did I leave?
15.
I'm on about 10!
So Rampage.
I think you're not
Outside in the
Downstairs?
stable.
In the stable, cool.
I've got the stats for him if you need.
Oh dear, I can whistle for him, like Epina. Oh no?
You can certainly try.
I can't whistle either.
Oh fuck, of course not. Rampage! Don't even try to call the name though, just keep trying. Get a grass piece out.
Oh, I feel bad for one last one.
Oh dear, Dumna's going to die.
I know they are coasters, but I just feel that. What's that smile? Isn't it? No smiles when you do. Oh no! So roll for an initiative.
It's good.
Good.
You're gonna need it up
Just
there.
means I'm going to roll 2 on everything else.
Wait, did I not fill the heal? Have we not slept?
Oh,
Oh god.
I don't know what we did last, but we haven't slept.
I know I'm.
Oh no, because we just came
Oh.
straight back from the dragon fight.
Yeah.
Got the body.
Yeah. I don't have any
I've
spell
used all my
slots
hit.
left.
I've used all my hit dice. I know that much. I don't know what else.
We've long rested. We
We
have
have
long
you.
rested.
Well, you short
You might
rested.
have.
Short rested, sorry.
Yeah, because
Oh no, I did long rest because I was just sat there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
Through the
actually.
day.
Okay, you did then.
Short rest would make sense because I've used hit
We
dice.
would have
Yeah,
shot.
So we
you
have,
have-
we have short rested just
which
like
is
not
what I
long
just said.
yeah, which is why. Sorry.
I would have long rested because I was in there for I don't know how long.
Yeah, a long rest would be like going to sleep, and you certainly didn't say that you
Yeah,
were like
I didn't.
going to
Okay.
sleep right
I
now.
did
You
that.
you'll have short
It's
rested.
out.
Yeah,
You can short rest.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Does
I'm
that
at 74. I was saying that.
You are feeling very good, actually.
Apart from I get exhausted. I got 1 point of exhaustion.
Apart from that, which is you already did that.
But you're fine.
What's your ability check?
Yeah, that's your
That's just
That's
disadvantage
advantage
on
on
it.
ability check.
Yeah, but like you're fully healed.
Oh dear.
I've got my spell slots. I get mine.
I'm like,
Right, 20 to 25.
I got 21.
21.
oh nice.
I have +6 for him. +6 to me.
Nice. Good roll.
You get to add your proficiency.
I'm 20 to 15.
I've got 15.
Okay.
Can't wait for all them to roll 22 and just run in and just.
Give them the bullet. I'm standing in front of everyone at least.
True. And I can show them if needed. You might be innocent.
Although, didn't you say you went into the room?
Yes.
You're gonna die again.
So twice with 15.
I got. Wait, sorry, did you say?
15 to 10.
14.
Well. And then 10 to
7.
Seven's not the worst.
It's true. I've rolled worse.
So
You're at the back of the pack.
But we got the
I'm
leader.
probably furthest point away as well.
Wait, aren't you in the corner
I'm far
downstairs?
end.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm the
God.
far end at the other entrance.
We're
So
gonna
you're just gonna
kebab.
run
We're
this
gonna
one
get
out on the street.
kebab.
No, I'm gonna see what the situation was with the other door.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
See if I can sneak the rebels out.
Oh, like Hall.
First of all,
Here.
Gritbold, you're up.
I have been watching it for a bit.
So, room in front, how much space is to the left and right?
To left and right,
I'm in front of you, but that's.
you've
not
got about 10. You've got about 5 feet to the right, before it kind of goes into a back room, and then you've got about 10
Okay.
feet on the right here.
I'm going to move to my left a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not blocking the door.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to watch.
Are you outside the door now?
Yeah.
How far away? Sorry.
That's what. Yeah. How far away are they?
So they're literally lining the walls. They were trying to stay out of. They were like wanting to surround the door, but without being directly in front of the
SWAT
door.
team.
So you've got some mostly to the left of you, and then you've got some on the right, 2 by the door, and then the guy.
I would
who's
move
got the
to.
long
Sorry.
sword
So
to-
I would move to the right then if there's less on that side.
right, yeah, okay, yeah. There's 2 on that side, and then if you move to the right, you're now like right in the eyesight of the guy who's got the long sword done. So.
I'm gonna just draw my pistol slowly and take aim at the one holding Dunder
Yeah, not in the brain, Gerald.
and
Kill snitch.
wait for either the guards to act on us,
Yeah.
like as in charge at us. I'll wait for one of these two to say something. I'm just waiting for something to progress. Like
Are you holding an action?
Yes, I'm holding to shoot the guy who's holding Dunder.
Okay. For the guards to attack in some make an aggressive
Or
thing.
like, I assume
or
it sounds
if
like
they
if
start
either of
to-
those two attack.
If
Sounds
battle obviously is about to start.
Okay. Next up is the or the guards. The guy behind Dunna
Oh shit!
starts to move his
To kill him.
yeah.
Obviously, right.
Yeah.
Right.
What to do is roll a dex, just a straight up dex check for me.
That should be good.
See who moves
Good dex.
first.
Oh,
Don't know.
you should black dice. Oh!
Or
That's
not.
20.
Wow. Okay. That was 17, so that is good. Okay, roll damage first.
I need to roll to shoot him first, do I not?
Well,
it's
yeah,
just-
sorry,
it's
sorry,
either-
sorry. Roll to shoot.
I'm going to spend
You killed them.
my grit.
The other guys did though.
Sorry.
Who's gonna rescue
To
Dunham?
advantage the first shot.
Dunham's gonna marry him? Except to know he's already married.
Me? You don't know.
Married.
Oh, really? That one.
We don't know.
4 advantage. Okay, I hit, I think.
Does he have 3/4?
22 to hit. I'll roll my second shot as well.
Well, yeah, actually, you could have cover.
No. Oh, 2.
Don't think it should matter.
But it still hits.
So
What
finish
was
off
that?
my second shot.
Oh dear.
I will.
That's not good.
Uh,
Go on.
I like your positivity.
okay, so that's a total of 11 damage.
So the guard starts to move his sort of crystal, and you just see like it just start to like tear at the skin, and then just you whip your gun forward. You jump out the side of the door, whip your gun forward, and shoot, and it goes directly between the eyes, just maybe an inch from Dumna's head. Despite the fact that with 3/4 cover he had 21 armor class.
Well, it feels like a cowboy film.
And with 11 health,
we got ourselves to throw around.
Guitar
I
ripped.
rolled. He had 11 health.
he drops dead, just kind of arms
Well,
limbs and then
strange
falls
circle
back.
fall.
I'm going to try and move at Dumna.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a total hero move.
The
Bravo!
the other guards
Just being Dumna.
They all go being dumb.
yeah are going to start charging at the doorway. So
All of them.
well, not all of them. The two closest to you.
What? I'm next. I'm like near you. So I just moved away from the door, so I'm not blocking it.
So 11 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Me or him?
No, and a 7 him.
So
Nope. Neither hit.
Cool. So the two that are by the door come rushing at you. Doesn't hit. The then they just start coming at you from, and then they kind of hit, and then they don't move out of your 5 feet range, but they're trying to at least leave some space.
Yes. Yeah, so.
3 more rush at the door.
3 more. Rush at the door.
I'm next to you. So
No, I was talking to Linus.
Is an 18 a hit.
to me, yeah.
You're about.
Can you say that after I rolled?
I don't know. It's up to you, I guess.
Well, he rolled exactly the same 18.
Just my head.
He rolled 18 with the disadvantage.
It's like,
Okay.
I want to see it again. Disadvantage.
Get that with
It's almost dead up.
disadvantage. Okay.
That's me in a minute.
You're full health.
Then I'll finally
Come
know what
on,
to
So that
be.
is 6 damage to you. And then the others take out these. Well, they've got these crossbows which have been loaded, and they start shooting them.
I thought he was just going to take out pistols on that.
Jeez.
They got gaps.
Right. Okay.
It's
That
the
one's
buzz!
a 22 at you, Trent.
Oh, sorry?
22?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't get that disadvantage.
So that is
No, because I've got my shield up.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
If anything, you've got a big target on your heart.
17 a hit.
No.
Fucking jeez.
Got something on that.
Yeah, boy.
Whoa. 19 a hit.
You've got 21 AC.
And I just rolled for 16 guards. None of the fuckers hit.
16!
There's 16 guards.
Oh,
Oh,
God!
16 guards plus the dude. Like the other one I.
Yeah. And then that one.
That's a lot of guards.
That is
Maybe
a
we
lot
should
of
run.
guards.
I have HP though.
Well, they all missed.
Well, they all fucking. You just get like a barrage of crossbow bolts just going ding ding
It's
ding
just a
ding
nice
ding.
outline.
Thing is, well, I've got my shield out, so I'm like, oh, drill coming out, like everything missing and bounding off my armor.
Just proof
And
that
that one
they're like
doesn't-
working for the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers!
Yeah,
God!
They're fighting stormtroopers!
pretty much. Okay.
Tired as the Empire.
Next up is Tobias.
I left all my items at home.
Oh, that was
Um,
Wing it.
Yeah, water. Throw water.
I've got
Maybe
the
they'll
water,
melt.
spark, boom hat, etc.
Yeah.
Magic cards, that sounds fun.
I think these people are lovely.
So there's a lot of guards focused in front of us, is that right?
Mhm.
I cast fear on them. Every creature in a 30 foot radius has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do we have to make a wisdom saving throw?
I position myself so I'm in front of them.
Oh, I see.
Then right.
Or is
But
it
is
one
it-
you
is
get?
it
he was already
You
in
can
front.
choose. But remember what you can
Oh,
choose.
that's yeah.
Oh,
A cone. Okay.
But you also give something for that, don't you, Rob?
Huh?
You'd be able to get
Oh,
all but the
Back.
all but the two that are on the side
You
of
go.
grit balls here to the right.
Great balls.
You won't be able to get those two, but you could get all
That's
those.
fine. I think you're
So
the
what do I
guy.
have to do?
So however many of them need to
Rob is not the princess.
roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, well I'm not going to roll 15 wisdom.
I hatched that.
Roll 3. 5.
The math is off. So.
This is for 20 cards.
16.
13.
You have to beat 16.
There we go. So what does fear do?
So I project an image into their minds.
Mm-hmm.
You're gooch.
To project a plasmal image of a creature's worst
Perfectly
fears.
waxed, though.
Each creature in a 30 foot cone must succeed a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn on a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. With a successful save, the spell ends for that creature.
Okay,
That's
so
quite good for us.
as far as you can tell, all but one of
what a
the
He's dead.
Oh.
yeah, the one dead. All but one of them, the one that appears to have who doesn't instantly shit themselves, is wearing a slightly different coloured tunic. Next movement.
So they've all shot themselves.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Do I have a
Just say
bonus
save.
action thing that I can do?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll just stop. Like, we've got hostages.
Vicious Mockery is an action, isn't it?
Correct.
You could gently mock them.
I'm going to give Bree Bardic Inspiration.
So
She's
do you have sight
downstairs.
of her?
Huh?
Do you have sight of her?
I don't
Do
know
you have to be
where I
able to
am.
see me? I'm hiding in the corner
Is
downstairs.
it sight or verbal?
Both,
Yeah.
I think you have to see them and they have to be able to.
Right. Then I'm going to give Tren Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. So you kind of turn around your shoulder and
Go Tren.
okay, take your D8.
He's such a weird word.
Amazing.
Yeah, I
That's
think
happy.
it's
What was that?
Are you
Yeah,
level
D8.
8?
Boom. 7.
I've got level 8.
We're level 8.
Yeah, I think it's level 8.
Are you level 8?
I'm not
Level
got it
eight.
written down.
When did you level up?
We're level 8, yeah.
Oh, I am level 8.
I've written it down.
It was like 2 or 3 sessions ago.
Before or after the dragon?
Maybe-
Before. I'm sure it was before.
Yeah.
Probably before. Yeah, considering we've only had like one session since.
Mhm.
So, must have known.
Yeah.
Remember upon arrival at Summer Press.
Just a D8.
Okay. So yeah, take your D8. Next up, Bree.
I'm going to go over to the trap door, so like the other door,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just going to carefully lift it up and see if the coast is clear outside it.
Okay. Do the stealth check.
A bad roll, but 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Oh my god.
Oh, whoa.
So you do manage to do it what you think is stealthily. You look about, make a perception check.
I got a better roll. I really should, I don't know, gain proficiency in perception at some point or something. Get some training because that's +1 still. 14 again.
14. So you look about. You can see around, just from your sight, is like a ring of guards. They're not in the stable, and they don't appear to be staring in your direction. They appear to be, but they are kind of, they've formed a perimeter around the building. Yeah, but they don't. It doesn't look like you do that. However, as you kind of looking up, you just raise it just a little bit more, just before you're about to kind of, and it does go, and 2 of them do look over.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down, and then. So is there like a ladder going up to the trapdoor?
Correct. Yeah.
Can I like knock it over or something?
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna like gesture over to like Carlisle and the others, just going.
Okay. So it's very much affixed to the thing. I would say.
Gonna make me roll it.
Start fire. And
No, I was
basement,
thinking
that
if
can't go wrong.
the kind of looking up and peering about would be your action. I would say you could make a start on one side as like your bonus action, but I would say like
Okay.
taking out, having a look around that. I don't have.
Alright,
no
yeah,
idea
that's
to
fair.
do. Alright, so just roll a strength check for me.
Yay.
There was a fire in GHQ
10.
last night.
Okay.
No, on Saturday night during the big gay club.
And then?
Yeah, next door to the street. So they had to evacuate like 1,500 people during their fetish night. So the streets of Edinburgh were lined with, well, the Sun are saying, gay men in jock straps and harnesses. It was hilarious. I've never seen something quite. It was like something out of American Pie.
Wow. That's amazing. Incredible. Okay, you start like trying to like rip and tear it. It doesn't look like you've made much of a dent, but you've made a start. Trent.
Shit.
You have 15 people who you can just get the waft of shit as they
They've all dropped their
When
weapons.
you're
They've also all dropped their weapons except from one, and then the two that are next to Gripbold.
How far away is two things? How far away is Domna from me, and how far away is that guard from me and Domna?
So the Dumner is about 15 foot over the other side of the bar, and then the guard is to the left near the door.
Fucking.
Sorry,
I don't have any spells anyway. Okay. He's on the other side of the door.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's two next to the group.
And then the big, not the big one, but the you said.
I stand between. If I can run and stand between the guard and Domna, I'd like to shout to Domna and say, just please, get out! And then go hit the guard.
Okay,
He
cool.
looks
Make an
angry.
attack.
No. No. And natural 20.
That does hit.
So that is. Could you do that? Are we doing off table rolls? Or do you want to look at it?
If you meant it,
I meant to roll it, yeah.
right there.
just roll it again.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't see it.
That is 4 damage.
More
Right,
damage.
like a 7.
Yes.
Um,
And one
Uh,
star.
cool. You go up to this.
No, wait, sorry. It's not. I forgot I have extra strength because of the gauntlets.
You have 90, so you got plus 5 from strength 1, so that's 5. Do you have? Is your Morning Star magical?
No.
So you did 5 damage.
No. It's double the dice because so it's 2.
Oh.
Add 4, so 6. So
6.
a crit with a 1.
Nice.
To be fair, our first ever crit ever.
Yeah. So you kind of slam your Morning Star, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You go and slam it into his chain shirt. He kind of tries to deflect it somewhat with the shield, but definitely kind of get a hit directly into his chest. And he grunts, but
Does Domino seem like he's gonna run?
you're kind of focusing on the guy
Okay.
who runs. I mean, he looks like he's scared. Next is Dumna and Co. So Dumna does indeed just start lighting it. He goes into the back and then just shuts the door and then don't know what happens.
Just past
Yeah,
you.
just run it.
Touch the
No.
door.
So there's the door that there's one door that's to the right where the two guards were.
Yeah.
That's one. Then there's the bar, which is kind of like self-contained. There's a door that goes like into the
Oh,
back,
right.
and he goes that way.
Ah. I thought you may just run by and shut the door.
Yeah, I have fun.
Hello, thanks. Tom.
The others downstairs, the resistance members, start trying to climb up the thing that you're pulling at.
This is actually really bad.
Did you not say there's lots of guys out there?
Oh.
Did you not
You-
say that?
I did.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I was like saying that there were people up there.
Oh,
Surrounded.
okay.
Just caught one
okay.
tail with the ladder.
They
So
start going,
if they start doing
You
that,
said-
then I'm going to strongly advise them not to just bottleneck
I don't
themselves.
think you'd said. Yeah, so
So Rampage sits on the.
Yeah, she did like a stage whisper. Well, not stage whisper, just a whisper of like trying to be quiet, close.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
they're surrounded.
so they start to somewhat panic, but they kind of like group up and try and go into the far corner. Like one of them comes forward and starts trying to like pull at the ladder as well. And with an 18, half of it does rip off. It's still kind of attached by kind of one part of it, but yeah, probably one more kind of good go at that, and that'll be off. Next up, Hex.
So how big was the total ladder?
The ladder in
No,
total was about
calculate
10 feet, just under 10 feet, maybe like 8, 9 feet. And it's like hang on by like one kind of bolt to the ceiling.
How far is the run to get upstairs? How far do we need to travel?
It's about 15 feet, and when you get to the top, there's now Toby, Tren, and just the right brick vault, so you'll need to like push past them. Take like 5
You
feet.
can just go through
guard.
friendly.
Then move away
You know,
from
just
the
go
door.
through
Oh, you did. Sorry, you did. Yeah.
And
yeah.
the bolts outside the door as well.
Yeah.
I
So
think
it's
the
just
move,
Tren at the top.
move through is a free thing, but you can't end on the same time.
So yeah, it's about 15 foot from where you are up the stairs, and then where you can see something.
And how, with loads of people helping with the ladder.
There's just one other person that's up. That's
Oh, I see.
up the ladder.
Wow.
Okay, I'll go and, go and grab the rest of the ladder.
Okay, roll strength check.
This is that. Oh,
It's not going to kill them dropping in, but it'll
Just
be
straight,
awkward.
straight.
You have to like 3-point land.
Fucking it, no.
9. So you start pulling. It's really close to being ripped off. It was a fairly sturdy ladder, but
Just trying.
yeah, it's almost off.
And
Top
then,
of
well,
the-
then I'll
probably.
upstairs. Not moving. I was watching that the entire time, so I was really quite close to it. Or you mean just absolutely everything went into that?
You sprinted into it.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you didn't accomplish your goal, you probably would have just gone, cool, and then just
Bonus
walk
action
away
boom.
with you. I mean, you would have spent that 6 seconds trying to like rip off. So, next up is Gritvold, top of the range.
Okay. How far away is Tren to the big? I keep calling him the big guy. Just
I'm in
the
front
one
of
that's
Let's say
higher-
guard captain.
Captain.
Yeah, we'll catch Tren.
He's right in front of him.
We call him Bill.
Okay. How far is that from me?
That's about 8 foot to your. Oh no, about 12.
I'm in front of Bill.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Pop a cap in his ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him twice.
The guy to your right or the
To the
guard
captain. Yeah.
He's gonna shoot me twice.
So for all that one.
I'm trying to fucking anyway. Fix it up, fix it.
You can make more room in the table.
No. Right. 21 to hit.
That hits.
So you and you. 2, 4. So that's 9 damage with the first shot.
Okay.
And second shot. I believe that's not going to hit. I rolled an 11 to hit.
So first hit, as the guards kind of come up to try and deflect Tren's shot, you shoot and it goes directly like into his arm, and he takes a grunt. But as he kind of reels from the shot, the shield comes back down and deflects.
Bonus
the
action,
second
I'm going to stow my pistol and pull out my scimitar.
Okay.
And action surge and engage in melee with the 2 in front of me.
Okay.
Ooh! Wait, are they still not running? Oh no, because not all of them.
There.
Can get him in.
Come on. Be up. 19 to hit.
To hit?
No, it's one dice. It's a d6. Anyone got a d6 can borrow?
Yeah, you go for it.
Oh, this sucks.
You suck.
I rolled 4 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
I'll just continue for the same guy then.
Yep. That hit.
Don't be a dick. Oh, 5.
Nice!
So 10, 13 damage to
Yeah.
that one.
So you slice first time, just catching his arm, and as he clutches to, as he goes down to clutch his arm, you slice again, and it just goes right across his neck, and he falls flat, kind of almost into you, and onto the
And then
floor.
I'm going to turn and face the. All the way from.
Was that the guard captain?
No,
No.
I shot him
There were 2 regular
once,
guards.
and then I'd kill the normal guard in front of me, and I've got 1 more in front of me. And
Like Simi.
then the rest have pooped and ran.
So guard captain looks at you. He's kind of got a shield in his right hand. He's left-handed, obviously.
Bill, we don't need to do this.
And just kind of like looks at you with kind of like the seething kind of anger and just
You can try.
makes 2 attacks, attempted attacks with longsword. So different dice.
Can't wait for all 16 to pass the morale test and just all fly back.
So
Still a miss though.
a 17 is not a hit, is it?
No.
Does anyone have a player's handbook?
Uh,
Oh wait.
I'm a shuckle, mate.
Yeah.
Go fucking.
and then the one that's in front of you, Grifold?
Yeah.
Did he miss us both, or is it 2 attacks?
Huh? Yeah, you definitely missed it. That is a 15 hit.
That does hit.
Does it? Cool.
Is it too late to do that thing that isn't bardic inspiration?
Cutting words?
This one.
I believe you can do it before I say whether it's hit or
Yeah,
not.
that's true.
Yeah. After you've done the roll, you can call it.
Yeah, but
But you
before,
can,
I say whether
before
it's
you confirm if it hits.
So that is 7 damage
Oh.
as he slices at you.
Actual grip.
I'm not near you anymore, am I?
The other the other 14 because one of them died. 14. The other 14 guards just start sprinting out of here. So 6 of them go through the windows.
Yeah.
They just like barrel out of the windows.
Slashing damage.
One of them does like they also like trying to barrel through. One of them does hit a thing of glass, but it's like directly on where there's like some like support, and he just kind of like bounces off, falls to the ground, and does take 1 damage. The others kind of tumble through, and they just kind of sprint, kind of exit, and just start like screaming. And you start,
going to invite the rest of them in.
and then you
Seinfeld
hear this
music.
commotion outside as just like you've let off a bomb. People just start running out, and you just hear this commotion outside. They do, however, they would almost all would exit your line of sight. Some have gone out the door, so you still see some out the
Just got
window.
scanning.
Is wisdom, yeah?
Yeah.
11. They have to be 16, yeah? So one guard
Out of 16.
out of the 14 that the 14 that attempted to run or feared, one of them isn't. And for shits and gigs, it's the one that hurt himself as he jumped into the. Oh no, because he's not out of line of sight. It's just you don't know whether any of them successfully did it.
Something happens.
You
Something
still
happens.
hear some screaming.
Tobias, you're up.
When there's so much
Now the guard captain,
Yes.
I recognise.
Don't.
Is it somebody I might have?
What are you looking at?
No. Okay. 4th level guiding bolt to his face then.
Okay, cool. Roll for damage or guiding bolt.
It's
Oh, wow, I
76.
7d6.
6.
That's
1.
what my brother's trying to get. So he's trying to grow his beard so he
5.
can stick pencils in it.
One day you'll be able to
How
do
many
it.
is it going to
Does anyone have
Build a
a
little bird nest.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the dream. Having grown so long, that's all it can do. Make it
Well, that's a 6 and a 1.
sense.
You keep it attractive.
It's gonna
Can
be.
you move
It's gonna be.
to
It's
tell
gonna be a
that away
bungee
from
call.
candles?
Seems my cast.
It's magical, Bob.
Why?
What are you looking for?
The table.
I'm right here.
One of the dice though.
We'll just assume it was the highest.
6. He's rolling 76.
Was it 3?
Okay.
Is that guiding bolt?
Also, you've got chocolate.
Fucking
Okay,
hell.
stand up, stand up.
We call a jet in.
What does that even mean?
You could call a jet in with that guy.
Because I was thinking like it's a guiding, like the guy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
9,
Nothing comes to mind.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. First one was a 6 and 1.
It's a 27. 23?
23 for damage.
Jesus.
And the next attack has advantage.
Okay. So you kind of swirl your hand forth, and this bright, vibrant, white, goldish light sprouts from your hands and just slams into it slams into the guard captain, the big guy. And he looks seriously hurt by this, but he's still up.
How could you?
Bree.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Bonus action.
What?
I'm assuming these two have heard like gunshots.
Well, I was
and
about to
a
ask,
little screaming
how
and
much of the
explosion.
commotion above have I heard?
You've heard gunshot, people screaming, breaking of glass.
Trent walking across the floor.
Probably.
You feel like a narrator.
Thumps, thuds as things hit the floor. Like, you. Yeah.
And also like 16
Little red
pairs of
arrow
footsteps running away.
with a hog.
Yeah.
Would I have heard that?
Red arrow.
You would have heard a lot of
How much damage did you take?
footsteps.
Me.
Make an intelligence check. You would have heard
taken a
footsteps,
total
but
of
whether you can
18.
interpret what's happened.
18
there.
damage. I'm going to
that's
cast a
a
third level healing word on
13
critical.
intelligence check.
I'm gonna say
This is
yeah.
a
You
bonus
heard
action.
the footsteps
Yeah,
get
with the second
quieter, and like loud,
Unless it's-
quiet. You heard the screaming getting further away somewhat.
Just that.
You wouldn't necessarily translate that into knowing exactly what's happened. You just
Yeah,
know a lot of people.
yeah,
are
I
doing around.
probably- I wouldn't say that I actually know what's been
Yeah.
happening.
Sorry, what was that?
It has to be a second if it's a bonus action.
Second.
It has to be a
Trying
second.
to break through the floor.
Those
Second level
people lost
lore,
their
yeah.
voices, that's why the
What
screaming
was it you do?
quieter.
Healing, healing,
Yeah.
healing.
I healing whistle that.
Yeah, so it's 1d4 per level, so 2d4
Can't through the floor.
plus your wisdom modifier.
5 plus 1. 6.
Cool. So he says some encouraging, beautiful healing words.
When I get
Heal!
feeling, get sexual healing.
It rubs on
In
it.
my head, I'm like,
So close.
Yeah. Next up, Bree.
So the situation with the ladder here, there is still a bit of it at the top.
Yeah.
The 3 of us versus 16 guards, and then 2 versus a ladder.
they're gonna shout, "We got the ladder!"
We got
Okay,
the ladder!
so I'm gonna just sort of mouth to Carla and the others, like, just get back hide. I'm gonna take a running jump up to the top of the ladder.
Probably run at me.
Okay.
And like, because I'm a thief, I can do like really long running jumps. I can jump an extra 5 feet
I would
on a
hope
running
so.
jump, so I'm thinking I can get to the top of the ladder.
So the ladder is like hanging. So it's supported by like normal ladder, supported by 2 bits. One of them's been ripped off, so it's like hanging by
I
one.
just need to grab onto something.
What are you trying to grab onto?
I want to get out the trapdoor.
Okay. Yeah. Make an acrobatics check, just straight up. It would normally be with a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 21.
Okay. Yeah. You got to the trapdoor.
I just want to open it, pull myself up through it.
Okay, you do that. You kind of take like a couple of steps back and then jump up. And despite the fact it's very wobbly, the guy that's still kind of trying to rip it has somewhat got holding it steady to a degree. And you get up to the top and just push your kind of slam the trapdoor up. You're up on top. You look around and the guards have started to advance. They've started to close the thing. To the right, around where the front of the building would be, they're not looking in your direction at all. Some people are running at the line, and then some of the people in the line are like trying to run at them, but they're not focusing on you. But you've probably got a ring of maybe like 30 guards who started approaching.
Okay. And they're looking at me, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're looking to the stables, and when you run up and
Yeah.
out, they're not looking at you.
So, no,
Just pull your head over and lay on the ground.
no, that's not what I came here to do.
Like full on hobbit.
I was just gonna say to them, okay, so you're here. You should probably know that they're actually all leaving out of this other exit that they've just made. It's round that side and gesturing over round to the left.
Okay.
Remember,
saying
we're
to the guards?
informants.
Oh, yeah!
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because
Would it not be a deception check?
yes, I'll give you that. The guards do not know who you are. They are just coming to kill people.
Can I just point out, Rob, in the midst of all that,
Come
went
on.
over and whispered and said, well, to be fair, he is a wanted terrorist, Osama bin Laden.
love
With
Bin Laden.
advantage. That's 17 on
Oh, nice.
deception.
Okay.
Because I get +9 to the deception. I get less to persuasion.
Nine.
Jesus. 9?
They're like, yeah, fair enough. Round the back, lads.
Yeah, they kind of give you a look and then go, oh,
Oh, gee.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they start, let's not let go, but they start as if they're going to be moving around.
Hurry! Half of them are gone already. There must be hundreds of them running through the streets right now.
This is the equivalent of the fire in the game club.
Train, you're up.
Yes. Is the big man dead? Is Bill dead?
Bill is not dead.
Big man Bill.
Big man Bill is still alive.
I was
Looking
softly
hurt.
glittering, actually.
Yes, you do have advantage on any hit
On the first
It's just the first.
attack.
Yes. Yeah. So not really.
What's behind him?
The wall.
Is
there's
there like a
booth.
chair or anything behind him?
There's a booth.
Okay. Can I use my action to shove him? And you know that thing where someone crouches behind someone and you push them over? I want to do that to them.
So you want to be both the person that pushes and the person that crawls down and.
No, like if there's something behind it that you can trip over, like a chair or.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Tumble into the boot.
Okay, I want to do that, and then I just want to run back to the. I'm sorry, I'm trying to picture. You're like kind of out in the middle fighting two guys,
If
right?
you're here, I'm over here.
Yeah.
By the door.
Behind the door,
downstairs.
Tobias is.
At the top of the stairs.
Right. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
next to him.
You're not on your own.
Pretty much right next
Okay.
to him.
Yeah. I'll push him over.
Shield bash.
Okay. Are you?
Oh yeah. I don't think I can. Can I shield bash him? Can I?
I believe that's only someone who's got the shield bash on feet.
Go. And then I will push him as my action. I think it's.
Are you attempting to look like you've damaged or killed him, or are you just trying to? Like, are you trying
No,
to?
I literally just want to push
You
him.
just want to push it.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a contested athletics check.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
Remember to.
Oh.
Have you changed your athletics for your new strength? as well?
No, but I'll keep it in mind.
Remember how to do that G8 as well, bro.
22. I'm keeping it just in case I need it.
Do you think you need to keep it? That's 18.
Yeah, no, I was going to do it actually, but yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I
So
just want to push him over, like into over a table, whatever.
okay. So you push him. He like half falls like onto the table, and the booth is like a splintering sound as like the table kind
Creeps
of
back. Excellent.
does.
Just as
kind
long
of
as he's
does
a
that.
bit preoccupied, and then I
Yep.
want to sprint back and kind of. That's my action. So I just want to kind of be as defensive in the position I can between these two, sort of thing. Is that possible?
In between
Who's the
Gritbold
furthest
and the
out?
other guard.
Who's the furthest away from the? Is it Gritball? Oh, Sam's like Gritball.
Who's the furthest away from what?
The door. Out of these two.
Gritbold.
Okay, I'll go stand beside Gritball and just say, I think we need to go back downstairs!
There's a guard right next to him.
I think we need to go back downstairs!
Busy!
Okay. Next up are the others. The guy that was with you by the ladder, who was trying to rip it off and saw you trying to do that, is going to continue to do that.
But I don't know that anymore because I'm up above.
Correct?
Wait, so he's shoving the ladder up that you're standing on?
No,
she's
No,
not.
I-
Oh, you're out?
I'm
Oh,
outside.
yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, and just kind of
That's fine.
rips the final bit off. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Hex.
Because I was
Well, that job's done. Great. I'm going to run upstairs.
Cool.
And see what's going on up there.
Cool. Use like 25 foot of movement because you're on the other side of the room to get across the cellar up the stairs. You're at the top of the stairs, and you see one guard captain
His ass in the air, it's
Like-
like flailing.
like
Ass over tail.
in like a booth,
Glowing.
like
Oh, yeah. So,
broken table, like kind of in like a weird like and shield just like on top of him. And then Gritbald is kind of with a guard who's just like in no way giving him the same finesse, just like and
Me just
uh,
looking resplendent.
say again?
Me just looking resplendent.
Yeah, and,
Terrifying.
and like a very strong smell of fart.
Oh.
Imagine running into that. It's like going into a club.
so I got this mask, eh?
Yeah.
How does the guard look that he's fighting? I can't remember.
Fine.
He's fine. Do I have a clean shot if I was going to hex it? Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Let's say you're right at the top of the stairs. He's in between, maybe 5 foot. He's like pretty much directly in front of you.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
I'm not 5 foot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. I'll shoot him twice then.
Okay.
Pew pew. 21.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Yes.
Witchcraft.
A 9
Oh, he's dead.
and a 7. 16.
He did.
He did. Yes, he did. You kind of 2 bolts just out of your hand and just slam one into one shoulder, one into the other, and like you just see these like gaping, like burned, charred, kind of blackened, kind of almost like stumpy whole thing, and he just like falls backwards. His arm is kind of like completely just dead.
Can I take the extra 5 in?
Nice shot, Mr. Griffon. He was what you
Into
did.
the thingy?
Just into him, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to stop it all.
You could go to the left.
This
Okay,
hand.
yeah, yeah. Go on.
I don't
It's me.
see it.
It's me.
I know.
Top line grip hold.
What?
It's your go.
It is your go.
The guy in front of you is now steaming.
Is the captain not had to go?
Yes, he went. He attacked. Try and last go. You're first. You're top line.
I feel shitty.
Into the basement! Into the basement!
I'm just going to run out of the basement.
You're trying to that.
I literally just ran up and out the stairs.
How far's the captain from me?
He's the other side of the end, so
You have
20
double
foot,
advantage.
15 foot.
Is he prone?
Yeah.
And glowing.
Would there be enough?
The glitter's starting to fade, so
I'm going to run over to him.
Uh-huh.
Help him out.
Which is his weapon now.
It's left-handed.
But I'm going to put my. So if he's left-handed, I want to put my right boot on that arm,
cut it off, crit fault.
and then put my scimitar to his throat,
Uh-huh.
and just say, call off the attack.
Is that your action?
Prince of
Or
Wars.
you can hold one. You can hold one. So if you like try to fight
I can either say you can make an intimidation check and use that as your action, or if you just want to say that and then hold an action, that's fine, but you won't get to roll an intimidation.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Hold the action. If he, in any way at all, tries to
Be a cheeky bastard.
try and pull it down and hit me, or if he calls like that
Go
they're
on.
under attack, I'm going to argue, needle him in the neck.
Stick with point, yeah.
Again. Okay, it is now his go, and he just he's kind of got blood in his mouth, and he just goes, never. And he goes to try and move his thingy. I would say make another dex check for me.
Oh, this one.
Dex check or just
Net
a back
20
roll?
again.
Oh! Woo!
Nice, okay, so you get to go first, so do your
The evil
roll to
has
hit.
the evil has been
You have advantage.
cleansed.
On the first hit. Oh, yeah, 'cause he's glowing still.
And he's prone.
And he's prone, so that's 20.
Yeah.
6 to hit.
Yeah.
Shall I just do the second hit now? I'll roll damage. So that's 8 damage.
Yep. So you just plunge your weapon. Normally it's a rapier, right?
It's a scimitar.
Scimitar. So normally it's for slicing, but you just plunge it right at the tip of your recently sharpened, because you had nothing else to do today, weapon, and it just goes directly into his esophagus, and then you just hear this gurgling. He did.
That's nasty.
Can I use my second attack to pull his helmet off?
Pull his helmet
Because that's
Cock's
not an
out.
attack.
out. I was like, comes in!
I would say picking something from a body's an action, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
no.
I'll leave it then.
What if he
There's
attacked and
there's
flicked it off with his...
I'm not.
It was
I'm
an
So,
not-
uh,
I'm not trying to boss
Don't
him.
do
There's
it
no one
that
else in the room,
20.
is there? Like,
Well, there's one guard that's still on the floor.
how close is he to me?
Oh, she the one that did make out the window.
Yeah.
Oh no, I held my action, so I can't move.
Yeah. It is now his go, and so he just kind of looks behind you, still looking at you with like terror in his eyes, and now just like jumps out a window that he can that is broken, and he's gone.
Okay.
The others now will have all exited your range because they're sprinting at like 60 feet.
It's like Tom and Jerry where they just run off the distance and just see them leave.
Jesus.
Do they keep on going, even if they can't see it? That's hilarious.
Yeah, until they succeed in a wisdom save, which only one does.
I'm coming back.
I
I've
would
been
like
like
to-
dribs and drabs.
That's my slow, Katrina.
However, you now, out of those gaps in the windows now, you do see a tightening ring of guards getting closer and closer.
Did you see the captain's day?
Just as much as much as you can see out the windows, you see guards, and they're approaching, and they're all kind of readying, some with crossbows, some with kind of long swords drawn.
Come up with your hands up!
Yeah, pretty much.
Spotlights on the windows.
Next up, Tobias.
I run over. How does the cantrip thing work? Wait, shit. I run over to where Gretvold is with the horrible dead man, and I cast Revivify.
On the horrible dead man.
Yes.
The one with no arms.
Okay.
Does he have no arms?
No. He does have them. They're just
No,
black.
you're going. Is he going to the one near me?
Yeah,
That's the captain, not the one. Who
Oh, I
did that
see.
one.
Okay.
Oh yes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Bill.
You go
Bill.
to him. It's 300. What's their materials for that?
I found it.
As an aside, what does a pastry?
I'm out.
Hear me out here. What does a pastry and Bree rolling a dice to steal the dragon's gold have in common?
Diamond's worth 300 gold points.
Yeah.
They're both
So if you have that
profiteroles.
under,
I have 300 gold
yeah.
ready to give away.
Cool.
Wow.
Neither part of that really worked.
You probably in the party have diamond for 300.
Come
Cool.
on. I didn't make
Second
enough
one.
to push off a bit.
Unless you can prep this, I would say. Right, you have 60 seconds, right?
I know.
Guys, come on!
I'll have to.
So breathe
Osama bin Laden.
Yes.
I didn't even
Work
give
with
me.
So they're not in the room with you.
Ron's proud of the profiteroles.
Yeah, I do.
You guys know.
Probably too late to spare the dying.
You got within a minute to bring him back.
Well, you can certainly try.
Does anyone have any diamonds?
Yes!
Yes.
No,
I
you
have
can't hear him.
I have 8 gold.
Why can't we hear him?
No, you
I'm
can.
talking to him.
Oh.
Bring that.
Wait. I actually might have diamonds.
Only money.
No,
Oh,
I'm
this
not
couldn't
enough for a
work.
diamond.
Only got
I have a
money.
bag of diamonds.
Yeah,
You
you can
literally do as well.
No.
Wait.
I have 8 gold. That doesn't count as a diamond.
Yes! I pull out the jewel of the married.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, you can't pull it out. I'll say that you can say yes, but
Oh.
it's not your back turn, so
Oh,
I
okay.
can't even say it.
Yes!
You're
I just look
holding
at
it.
blankly.
And what are you holding actually?
Revivify.
Can I have
Revivify. Should.
Train hand
Your
to
hands are
dying.
full, you're busy at the moment.
Okay.
That's true. No,
Hey,
that's
wasn't-
fair.
Wasn't that like that?
Exactly. So you shout it, and I just say yes.
Okay.
Wasn't that Mary had been pretty
Next
good?
up is Bree.
Wasn't magic for that.
Yes.
So what's happening with the guards in the
Very
stable?
much so.
Not impressed.
Okay, so they've all started to like go around. Most of them have started to go to your right, towards the entrance to the inn. Some of them have gone right to your left, to the other side. Yeah, so they've just started kind of parting like that.
Like the red sheet.
So there is currently a clear path for you to exit.
So they've all turned away, so they're not looking at me
Where's the
anymore.
jewel of the married? I think I lost the jewel of the married.
I don't think I had any.
It did. I had a blank thing that just said jewel of the married.
Yes, it did.
Sorry.
Someone else got it?
No, it must be in my bag somewhere. Sorry.
They're not currently directly looking at you, no.
Okay. I'm going to slip back down through the trapdoor.
Falter.
I'm aware of the fact that there's probably not a ladder there for me, so I'm just prepared to jump.
Okay. You open the trap door. You look down and see there is definitely no ladder there, and you
Jumps on
jump.
his shoulders.
Make an acrobatics check for shits and gigs.
Don't want that one.
No, that's fine.
Oh wait, I'm a halfling.
I had to roll that one.
What?
Where did it go? No, I don't got it.
Directly under the table.
Where did it go?
Sorry.
Cal, it says clearly Domain of the Married.
I don't see it. Hang on.
You just written
Just for now, I'll use a different percentage.
You can use mine. There we go. Do we go under the sofa?
I don't think
I
about that.
don't know where it went, but I'll
I've
look for
got
it in a
it.
second. For now, is 18.
Okay. Yeah, you land absolutely fine. It's only 10 feet away, so.
Ow!
Cool. So you get
I
to the
literally
bottom.
can't fit my ass through this gown. I'm stuck. What colour is it?
It's grey. It's like that.
Oh, I see.
Cool.
Okay, and
There's,
I'm gonna
I'll
go
get
up to
it
the
in
other rebels, and I'm just gonna say, does anyone have any illusion magic? Can anyone hide people while you make your escape?
No, can you? No. Not sure because it's not their ghost, and they're gonna have a full conversation with you. But
Okay, if they seem to be shaking their heads, I'm just gonna say, okay, just watch that trap door, and then I'm gonna start making my way over to the other door.
do you want to use your dash bonus action to get up to the top?
I don't want to. Are there people like just at the top of the stairs there?
Yeah, so you can see Tobias.
I went in.
No, Tobias, you won't be able to see Tobias.
I'm the
Tobias
opposite.
has moved to the captain.
I'm gonna
Oh,
use
yeah,
my
yeah.
I'm
dash
on
to
the
get
opposite side of the
to
wall
like
me.
just a little bit behind
So you're good.
whoever's sort of closest to the door, so that nobody. So I'm not over the threshold. No one in there is going to be able to see me. But on my next turn, I can easily get in.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Alright. Do that.
Do you want to hold your action? Because you use your bonus action.
I mean, I'm gonna say I was opening the trap door, jumping down, talking. I'm okay with not having an action.
Right, next up is Tron.
Did you revivify the...
No, he was calling. You said
I'll
that he
reach
called him.
into my bag of holding. Throw him the jewel of the marriage.
Okay, so no. Boom.
Okay,
That is a big ass.
Okay, I don't
fucking-
throw him like I just give it to him.
Yeah, so you run over, you give the jewel to the guy, and you attempt to cast Revivify.
I just book on his head.
And then I scramble, if I can, scramble up on the... Is there any other live guards in the bar right now?
No.
Okay, I scramble up on the bar counter and then hit my Morning Star off of something metal.
Oh, he's gonna
Say,
fall apart.
Last orders! In a not at all terrified voice.
Okay, so there's this small bell that he
And
that
then-
Dunlop doesn't use for last orders.
Excuse me, I prefer the name Trend, but Small Bell will.
You whack it.
Now's not the time either, but...
What was meant to be a couple
Might be your last
times.
chance.
You go to whack it a couple times, but
Last orders!
as normal, it only lasts once before it breaks.
Last orders! Trying to be
just-
badass. You know, like an
Yeah.
Arnold line, but
Yeah.
there's a crack in my voice.
Oh.
Stain in my pants.
Are you wanting to like?
So
Oh no,
what's-
that was your turn. Bring it. Yes. So okay, you now attempt to cast Revivify through the Jewel of the Marriage, a yet unknown, very powerful magical item.
Wake me up!
Whilst it's got indeterminate value, but
Marriage falls out of it.
yeah.
He's just he's reading a magazine. I was on the toilet.
Yeah, whilst it is of indeterminate value and possibly much more than 300 gold, it's not a diamond. So. Yeah, the magic kind of
Was it?
it's
Not
kind
a
of
diamond, it's just
it's interesting. You try and when you cast a spell, and that's certainly the way you've read it and attempted to learn this, you've not ever cast it before.
No.
is you imbue the item with, you use it as like channeling through, and you pour the kind of the magical energy into this this jewel, but it seems to almost like soak it in, and then it just doesn't come out the other end.
Oh, it's not a damage.
Wait, so did you revive the marriage that's inside the jewel? That'd be cool.
You don't know. That could be quite useful.
I mean, not for
There's
us.
blood out there. Get it.
I will be its master. It will love me.
Why is there a married inside the jewel?
Here it is.
Well, wasn't there something swirling? There's something swirling inside it.
Yeah, there's a swirling mist, but you don't know what it is.
Okay, well, you revived the swirling mist.
Revivify only works after somebody's been dead
Yeah,
for a minute.
it's been a while.
Time might be dilated in there. It could be like a black hole. No.
I mean, if you want me to introduce a Mara to this fight, I'm more than welcome. It's not like you're screwed enough anyway, is it?
Well, we could just dive back. We could do what I thought Dumbledore did. Everyone run through the door, shut it, and be like,
Oh yeah, where is
Just
Dom?
hear it out.
Don't know the back way out.
oh.
Are you asking me something?
No.
He's just excited.
I'm just staring at you, waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, where were we? Oh yeah, it was you ringing the bell. Yeah. Okay. So it's the others downstairs, and they all kind of start talking amongst themselves. Like, one guy does say, as you kind of run up the stairs, I have illusion magic, and he just kind of like summons like minor illusion, and it's just like an apple that gets like hit by a.
Barely spare him a glance.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, huh? And he just like.
No time for that.
Yeah. But they stay in the corner as they've been told. Hex, you're up.
Right. What am I seeing out the window?
You're seeing an advancing ring of guards, and then just one or two holes in the ring as people have like fled through.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can I see the back place where Dubner ran to? Like,
You
behind
shut
the
the
bar?
door.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
did you shut the door?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay.
That coward.
I'm
Running
gonna
away
try.
from the guys that long term.
Give I told him to run.
Yeah.
I told him to run as well.
I'm gonna shout out the window. Tell the guards there.
Just
Reversing
muffled with the
into
glass.
No,
I know.
everybody broke out. Come on. Maybe muffled with
I
a
know,
mask,
I know.
but not anything else. Your captain's dead. You don't have to die here.
Or just get them all.
You want to
the
do that
inspiration.
distraction? Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna shoot some.
You're like, we
shoot
don't
some
have to die, you're right.
with my,
Oh, so you're gonna attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Roll.
so I'll just focus on one of them and I'll shoot it
Yeah.
twice. And see what happens.
Or you could spray them all with a faint mist of Eldritch Blast.
They all sneeze.
Yep. 22.
They all have cancer.
22 hits.
Wow.
Whoa.
You could go to bed. Oh, wow.
You're on attack.
1 damage to that guy.
Okay.
You better run.
So you
Just a warning
shoot and
You
it
call
goes,
it a warning shot. Yeah, you're just making a gesture.
it goes through like one of the gaps as somebody's like going through them, and it goes like almost directly between, and just like the heat from the blast like singes one guy's face, and he's just like,
You and his
And then,
beard.
and then I'm going to duck back.
okay, cool. In fact, if you've gone through. You've gone through the gap, and actually it was the last guard to have run out that jumped through the window who already had 1 point of damage, and you just singed the back of his head. Sure.
Sure.
I feel for him.
Look how scared he is. Yeah.
Yes. Next up is Grippold.
I am. Where am I in relation to the door Dunmer went through?
Dunmar.
So over the other side of the bar, you may be like between 5 and 10 feet is other side of the bar, and then it's just at the back of it. There's also a door right next to you, but you don't know if that leads to the same place.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the one. Dunmer went through.
Okay.
Is it locked?
Nope.
Right, I'm gonna open it.
Open the door.
Is it there?
No, it's a storeroom. A relatively smallish room, maybe like 10 feet across, maybe like less than that, kind of width-wise. It seems to go to like the back of the structure. But there's like barrels and stuff like that. There's like a small kind of prep area that he's been using to make some food. and yeah, kegs and bottles and stuff.
And he's
like
not
that.
in there.
He's not in there.
I'm just going to done.
Lonely little life.
I'm gonna turn around. Do I see Bree in the doorway?
Yeah.
There must be a secret entrance in here. Dunder's gone.
Go tell people how to
Can I have a quick look around the room to see if there's any like dust marks where a barrel's been moved or any clear indication where he may have moved something to go?
Yeah, I could say you could make an investigation check or
I'll go for investigation. That's intelligence.
Actually, I would say if you're looking specifically for like dust marks and stuff like that, it'd be more survival because you're looking for tracks.
I don't.
Yeah, if you're specifically looking for dust marks, supposed to like be
14 plus, so 15.
15. Yeah. It's certainly not dust in here. It's a well-kept establishment, but you do see just a small couple drops of blood from where he just got clipped, and they exit. They stop just at the back of the room, and you can just faintly see like a slightly different coloured wood and an outline of.
How way is that from me?
It's like the back of the thing, so it's like 5 feet away.
Can I step over and move it?
Yeah, it's actually, it looks like there's a trapdoor, but you can't.
Oh right, can I? Basically, I'm trying to make it so it's clear and I can open it.
Yeah, okay. So you go over it and you have a quick look, and there is like a ring of wood that is very, very well painted the exact same. But you go, oh fuck, and you lift it and you can open it up.
Does it seem to go into a tunnel system, or is it just another another little room?
It's you quickly look down. It's dark. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you look in, and it seems to be like a rough cut tunnel that kind of goes down for about like 10 feet, and then just kind of disappears.
How much movement would you have left?
You've probably got about 10 foot left. And
I'm going to run back out of this room.
Yeah.
So I'm on the side of the bar where, basically, I'm going to shout, everyone in here.
And that's probably
That's it, yeah.
all you've got. Okay, cool.
I'm going to duck as well, behind the bar.
Cool. Next up is the dead card captain that you revived.
Oh, that was
You've got the. Well, at this point, I don't need to really, but just because I really want to pass a fucking wisdom save for these guys. 1. Okay. Oh, natural 20 or 15. Okay, cool. So, more of the guards, you feel the effects of the spell kind of wearing off on the guards, and the guards move another 30 feet. They're now up at the windows and they're at the doors, or at the door, and 6 of them who are at the windows make shots through, and they're going to go for.
I didn't realize how close they were.
Yeah. Well, they've had 3 goes to move.
Oh, I
30
know.
feet.
It's not something I asked.
So 2 for Tren with a 2 and a 3. That's not gonna work. That is a plus 3, 21.
For me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is 3 damage.
Okay.
And then 2 go for Hex.
Are you near me?
I'm like right next to the window.
Yeah.
I don't know how close to the window. When you say they're shooting through the window, I don't know if they're like.
Yeah, you jump to your to the left. Yeah. So
okay, so
that is a 17.
Yep.
And that is 7 damage. And then all the rest miss and bounce off him.
Does anyone else? Do they aim and sorry, Toby or?
I don't think they'll be able to see me.
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Well,
you're
I'm on
not.
the bar. I've
you're
forgot.
just going behind the bar.
Sorry, I forgot.
Who's ducking behind the bar?
Sorry, I forgot what's
Yeah,
on the bar
but
anyway.
that gives you cover, but you're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They probably will go for.
You would to be able to hide. You need to be able to use it as like
Properly
a hide
fair
action.
enough, okay.
Yeah. So it's a guard's turns to Tobias.
Where's my hat, shall
Is that so tall?
So how far away are the guards?
They're now directly at the doors, the windows. They're like bang on, like they're just like
Just the
they're
very far one.
coming through the open
Straight
door
ahead,
of the thing. They're right at the threshold.
No, left.
And Gritball's
That one,
advised that
at the
he is
end.
apart.
One with the glass on it.
Through a door, yeah.
In a state of panic, Kobe just kind of goes, "That's what this race."
Okay.
You did hear Gritwell say get in the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people do you cast that on?
It's everyone who's in a 30-foot radius
Yeah.
of you currently.
Okay.
And then beeline to where Gritball is
Okay.
while carrying the shoe like.
Yeah. Okay. So you vault over well, do you want to like get up and step over, or do you just want to try and jump over the bar?
I try and do a little sort of like
Do an
track the sofa.
acrobatics check. Just for funsies.
There's that plus my modifier acrobatics. Did you
Mm-hmm.
say? Well, that's not too bad. That is 5.
Alright, okay. You get over, you kind of clip your foot as you jump over, and you kind of stumble and fall to a knee, but you get up with the rest of your movement. You've maybe got another 10 foot of movement.
I just follow Gritball to wherever.
Okay, so he's right behind the bar, but
Uh-huh.
he's gestured you to go into the room. You look through the room and there's like an open trap door.
I head towards the shop door.
Okay. You get up with like another. You're like right up at the trap door with the rest of your movement.
Symbol of the rebellion, everyone, fleeing in terror.
Do you want to use your action to dash?
Into what I said.
I'm gonna throw one of my cards into the bar, like over there.
Interesting.
Right.
So remind me how the cards. It was the cards of
Deck of illusions.
Deck of Illusions.
Okay, that's 1. Actually 2. Oh, God, it's got to be hold the line.
A lot of people downstairs.
Fuck them. We don't need them. They're just the leader of the resistance taking down the government we're trying to overthrow. What do they matter?
And the loved one.
And loved one. But like Star Wars and you and Whoopi Jedi said,
Were any of the resistance
as long as
armed?
there's 2 of us or 1 of us alive, the resistance
Armed?
is living.
They seem to be
they
quite useless.
they had like small like dagger and stuff on them, but they certainly weren't like coming armed for a fight or
They're
anything.
not complete people.
They're your supporters, and you should bear that in mind.
Oh, this is yours.
Oh, thanks.
Sure,
Why
did
did
tell
I
them to
get
come
like
prepared.
a fire breathing
That's why Dublin was like,
supporter?
why would you say that?
No,
You just always should.
you said that.
Yeah.
So
Watch your mum.
the random card shuffler is draw cards.
Oh, Jack House.
What was it, Jack of Hearts?
I think it's Jar of Hearts.
You said take cards. Was it another giant? Yeah.
It's okay to be
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, thanks.
That's also okay to not be.
So this large, muscular, light-skinned, and blue-haired giant who
Oh, yeah.
is
Bottom right.
let's see where
Clips out the room like a glitching video game.
big it is. Yeah, like kind of gets up and does have to kind of like crouch, but
Squatting like a slab.
he's dressed in this kind of like fine red, green robes.
You got kidding me.
And this kind of like skull necklace around his throat, and he's got this big weapon in his hand.
Nice.
And he just starts like roaring, just like spittle
We'll
flying.
call
at
him
this
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Because he's a
sure.
cloud giant.
Cyril.
Cyril, that's better.
Cyril. What was the
Cyril
name of the
Cyrus.
one? Oh yeah.
I don't
thought
take
it was
anyone
the
with the name
frost giant, so
Cyril
I said it
seriously.
was
I just think of Cyril from Archer.
I think that lip pedophile. What's
Same
his
thing,
name?
really.
Cyril?
It's the same thing, really. Let's be honest.
Maybe Cyril's not a good name. Oh, how about a combination? Sirius.
Sirius is a good name.
Okay, cool. So that is your action. Bonus action.
That's-
Cool. Did anyone shout down? Nobody shouted down at the cellar for them to come up, did they?
I've said it because I assumed.
Yeah,
I was trying to not be announced to the
Yeah.
guard. It was more. I said it loud enough in the hopes that one of these.
Sure.
So no.
It's
So
my
no.
turn next, isn't it?
Yeah,
And my
before
thing was I was going to tell the people in the cellar.
Oh, sorry, I did just about skip you and Fred. Bree, you're up.
That would have been nice. No, not nice.
No.
No.
Because I heard
Yeah,
Gritbald and I saw the two of them like disappear in there. So
You saw him disappear. He's
yeah.
trying to hide behind
Yeah,
them.
but I saw him running in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did shout. Like,
So I'm just gonna turn around and say to the people in the cellar, "There's a way out this way. We'll cause a distraction. Get out while you can." And then I'm gonna run through the doorway. How many are there guards in the tavern?
Right at the
or-
threshold, yeah. And then you've got them at the windows as well.
Are there any of them that have a distracting ally within 5 feet so I could sneak attack them?
he's next to the window.
Yeah. Yes. I would say he's at one of the. He's kind of like up against the wall next to one of them. And one of
Next
them
just at the window.
is kind of like.
Take my mask off.
He didn't shoot at him. The ones that shot at him were there, but he has kind of noticed. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up and stabby stab.
Okay. So you just kind of run up, and you like almost peek your head up out the window, and then just like
Yeah.
stab. Go for it.
Oh, what? 12.
Do you?
Roll a 3.
This would be fine. No. Okay. 12
Mhm.
does not hit. So you go up and run up and you try and stab through, and the guy just go whoop. And
I'm gonna curse very loudly in halfling.
okay. Two of the guards.
I blush.
Yeah. He blushes, and two of the guards do kind of respond in halfway, and also tell you to fuck off.
Wait, are there halfling guards
There are
here?
halfling guards here.
Not able to see in the window, but they heard you.
There's
Yeah.
two different fights going on.
You
There's
see that?
human-sized
Is that-
fights, and then a speech.
We settle things in the way of our people.
I think it's like that at the museum where there's the big fight going on, and then it just suddenly
Eating
zooms
monsters.
so far into the miniatures.
Like where the border is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trent, yeah.
Okay, so Toby and Gripple ran to the back room. Hex is next to the window.
Cyril.
I'm-
We're
I'm-
just shouts to the guys downstairs to get them.
How and Breeze shouted that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
How
at the
far
bar.
is Hex from the door?
He's about.
From the door that they disappeared into.
Oh, from the. Well, he's across the other side of the.
I came back out to the
Oh,
bar.
you
He's
came
actually-
back out. Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Also, do you mean Gritvold or Hex?
It's both.
Me.
Okay, so he's just on the other side of the bar, so he's maybe 10 foot away.
Yeah.
And he's on the complete opposite end of the bar, so like
Okay.
30 foot.
Right, I shout, Hex, come on! And then I jump down, pick Mr. Gripvold up, and run him into the back room.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Do you not want me to?
Funny.
You can
we
resist.
need to help the civilian people coming out.
You can't have a conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm too
Oh.
confused.
I'm
like,
gonna
on
try
my
and-
eyes
I'm
are
going to try
like,
and resist and then
Okay,
point towards
cool.
the other
Make
door.
an athletics check.
They're not
Athletics check.
civilians, they're members of the
Yeah.
resistance.
Civvies.
Signed up
They'll
for
be
it.
fine.
Yeah,
they
we
can-
may as well be civilians for all the help we're getting from them.
They can borrow.
You told them to stay quiet in a corner.
9.
I think I beat it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7 plus.
Just got
So
one
ten.
leg.
10. So yeah, you go to try and pick him up, and as you try and like pick him up, he's like almost wedged in the bottom of the bar, and he just kind of like.
I'm going to slap his hands and
Yeah.
just point.
What?
I'm just pointing at the other door.
Go.
People, save.
Can I do anything else? Or is that it?
I would say it's probably.
Okay. But just go,
At least you're next to me. And my turn has to be like.
I just shot Hex.
Now it is the people downstairs. So they're going to use. You're moving.
Oh.
Get to the top of the stairs.
Oh, jeez, this is gonna be like.
And they're then going to use their dash action
What's that?
to tear through. Now, what I will say is.
It was in a bad, but it's a good analogy.
Okay, so in some kind of not tripping over each other pathetically, they do move up and start going down. Two of them get down, start going down the ladder. The rest are kind of started to cram into the room, and some are still like behind now the bar, and there's just 3 left, which are still.
Fucking hell, they moved, don't they?
Yeah.
60 foot.
Yeah, go on.
Which are still on the other side of the bar. So they're very much cramming into that room currently. But
Is the
I can't-
trap door open?
Yeah.
Clubber's open here.
2 of them are in it.
Oh, that's
2
good.
of them
Okay,
have
good.
already gone down.
Cool.
Would they realise that it's getting crammed? And surely, like, I'm asking basically, would a couple of them at least draw a weapon and realise what's happening?
No, they're running
Okay.
like sheep.
Like lemmings.
Just
No.
like trying to
Do we
tear
really
and
need these
escape.
people?
I like
I'm
this.
also not playing 25 other NPCs.
I'd like to talk to the 24th one, please.
Yeah, okay, so his name is Dave, and then his wife is
From
Helen.
Calcam.
Classic day.
Oh, hey, it's been a while.
Helen, hi.
Not the time. Okay.
Dive over the bar. Dive over the bar. Slide along the bar.
I'm going to say to them, you might need to protect yourselves. Use what you can to the lot that are running past. And I'm just going to like stab out the window.
Oh, I think
So you
it's
just kinda-
them in the room.
You're behind the thing, and then you just turn and throw your blade in the corner.
Come on, go. Please do.
26.
26.
Eight damage.
Okay, cool.
And I can do a bonus to back with the other end.
Okay.
Give him a good bapping.
21.
Wait, do you get to attack?
Yeah.
What does it?
As in actually it gets
Really?
1, 2, and then bonus action it can
Yeah, because I'm not a warlock. I'm
blend. A hex blend.
Gotcha.
It was one of the
A blood
invocations you have to do.
Yeah.
One turn.
So it's a d4. Oh, I've not been adding. I need to add the extra fire damage. But not from this one. So that's 3
He's a sick
damage.
beast, by the way.
And the extra damage on the other end was 4.
Cool. So you kind of turn around and just plunge your glaive through, and you hear the sickening squelch. And then as you draw it back, there's just kind of like the spray of blood that kind of like goes over the top of Bree's like hair, and someone just falls. It looks like there's somebody like just next to him to take his place. But,
Yeah, but I'm then gonna back up. Start moving towards.
Okay.
The three that are on this side of the bar, I'm gonna get in between
Don't know
the window
why.
and them.
Okay.
I've got this picture of it being on fire in my head. I think it's because it's more dramatic.
Should I drop my torch?
Let's not do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Let's not do
I
that.
started
Not the
back.
hag's house that one.
Yeah, you can. I know. It's just.
Okay, so you skirt around the cloud giant that's in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
As
Serious.
the resistance members came up the stairs, there was another wave of farts as people shut themselves again at the cloud giant that's just kind of hulking and like spraying spit over this giant boar.
Call me the Kuzubringer.
Bringing up poo.
Great ball.
I'm just humping your leg at the moment, practically.
I
Doing
feel,
my
like
back
you, I
in.
feel like you're just like pulling against one of the legs of like the bar itself or something. It's not great.
First thing I'm going to say, we need to help the rebellion through.
Oh,
Resistance. Well,
the rebels scum.
Rebels.
I want to grab a bit of rope from like wherever I've got it attached.
Yeah.
And I want to cut off a length about that big. No,
Yeah.
about that big.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go into the storeroom.
Currently 0 space.
Oh shit.
Crowd surf.
Okay, I'm going to keep that. because I basically want to like shoot one of the barrels, find out which has got alcohol in, and light it.
Make a fucking giant Molotov.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
for when everyone's out. Like
Yeah.
literally, as the last one of us is going
Okay,
through. That's
yeah,
one. But obviously, I can't do anything currently, so
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna reload
Okay. Cool.
and back against the bar,
Okay.
ready.
Cool.
Take a swig of some booze.
Oh yeah.
It's now the guards go, so they are gonna start making pot shots through.
It's like the Winchester now from Shaun of the Dead.
Oh god.
So
They're taking pot shots.
yeah, 6 at the window. Oh, that's not a D20 at all. Let's roll my other one.
That's not a bad idea.
So,
I like the giant Molotov idea. But
They
then
go
again,
for-
I
I'm
would
gonna
tell
light
them
the
to
fuse.
set
I'm gonna be the last one out with the trap door.
They can have
just
several.
hold my gun through and shoot the barrel and close it. No.
one goes for hex and hits, so he gets 3 points of damage.
The thing is, though, if it's just like beer or something, really.
And
Hopefully I
then
hit a whiskey
Bree
barrel.
does-
Yeah, you need to find spirits.
Bree does a 15 hit.
No, it does not. I've got an AC of 16.
Yeah.
Does a 19 hit.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine either.
But I'm going to
bring that
use
target
Uncanny Dodge,
Which makes the
which I reduce the damage by half.
Am I just
that
switching
is-
to the team?
What's your HP?
13.
Yes.
13 AC.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
you mean
15.
AC wise?
I've got
Yeah.
15.
I've got 14.
So that's
Oh,
6 damage reduced to 3,
Okay.
and you had. Well, how much damage did I say?
you
Damage?
got hit.
They're attacking.
How much damage did I say?
You got taken for 6.
That? What's it?
Hex got hit for 6.
Wait, is it for hex?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was 6. Maybe it was 5.
It's fine. Just take it.
Yes, yeah. Okay, you like to take it, we get it. So that's the guys that are doing the range shots, and then 6 of them get through the door, that kind of like start running through the door.
This is gonna be tight.
2,
Like
so you're behind the thingy, you're currently on the other side of the bar. Well, I'll tell you what, roll an intimidation check.
Oh, for the.
The cloud down that's directly ahead.
Come on, giant. This could be
Do I
close.
use my...
Go on, serious.
Oh no, it'd be
I'd say yes. Sure.
12.
12. Okay. Okay, so 3 of the guards just kind of look up at the cloud giant and go, huh, huh, huh. The other 3
Another way.
charge forward and swing at the cloud giant.
Yep, good.
As they
Alright.
swing through, it kind of shimmers and ripples, and it's now clearly, it doesn't actually dispel,
Oh, nice.
but it does now become, it starts shimmering, the effect says, so it's now clearly an illusion. But I would say it's distracted them for this round. It looks like there's more just now, there's more at the doorway coming to pour in, so. Tobias, you're up.
No.
Do you mean Trent?
Nope, I mean
Oh.
Tobias.
But do you mean.
You seem to be looking over at Rob.
Right.
I just like looking at
Oh, I
Rob.
should have ordered all.
Okay, sorry.
What? No. I should have like told them all to start like growing a barrel each and have like a big chain of them and just throw them all into the back.
Ah. I thought you meant the guards. I was like, I don't think they listen to you.
Hold this.
And then Bree up.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Inspirational. Fancy.
Beamers.
Just trim. Is it
I'm
silent?
just gonna do what I can to like sort of assist people getting into the
Like so,
trap
he
door.
probably knows
Okay.
mostly about alcohol. He spent his life in a bar.
Basically,
Because you're
that's
standing
what
right
I'm
up at
saying,
the trap door already, where everyone's
Yeah.
coming in. So yeah, you start helping people
Oh,
down.
no,
It
no,
seems
no,
to make
which is a can you give me?
a difference. You're kind of like leading
This
in on
one, this
like,
one has a spin.
kind of
in it.
finding it. So seems to make somewhat of a difference.
It's haunted. I can
Divine presence.
I would say that would be
Oh, you never been smart enough to get the idea.
an action if you want to assist in
I know
speeding the
it's
process
fair.
up. If you don't,
No, no,
So we
like
follow
with the
on
road.
from there. You wouldn't-
If you just saw the road, you'd be like, what the fuck is that?
I'm gonna do.
You could just say stick it in.
Just quickly, I killed one, so.
Oh, you're pretty small, aren't you? You can chuckle in.
Oh, I can actually. I can actually dash through as part of my.
Second level healing word on that.
No, but I haven't told you.
As a bonus.
do you have to see them? Yeah, you can probably just through the crowd see Tren and Gritvold, but you won't be able to see things because you've got crowded people.
Then I'm gonna do Gritvold.
What's his first
I think
name?
he's healing you.
He's about to do you apparently.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I'm good.
Five little points of health for you.
Oh.
Light up.
Light up.
As if you have a choice.
3.
Oh, my turn. Okay, so how are the people doing in making their way through the bar?
No difference to when I last updated. They're you've still got. You've got 2 that are down that they started making their way down. They're piled into the room. Some are behind the bar, and then some
So
are just
they're
on the other
running
side of the bar.
through, and then there are some guards coming in, heading towards them.
Yeah, there's 3 currently standing right by the doorway who saw the cloud giant and went, aha! 3 who've kind of slashed at the cloud giant, and have now shown that
There's
simulation.
like 18 people.
Am I right in thinking if I'm the doorway, the bar's here-ish, like right there? Is
Yeah.
it like a square?
Like a rectangle, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then is Hex at this side of the room your window?
No, I'm back with the 3 people that haven't climbed over the bar yet. I backed up to
But you're
them.
near a window.
I'm between.
No, he backs.
I'm like in the middle of the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay.
There's
Right.
3 people behind me and there's the window.
Okay.
across.
Cool.
So there's no one that I could get like a sneak attack at, is there?
Not currently, no.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run
Unless
at the 3 who had attacked the illusion giant,
Yeah.
and who seem to be the ones most likely to then be able to go on and attack the people
Mm-hmm.
making an escape. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna curse some more in halfling while I do so.
I continue to blush. Cool. Goodness. Core of an apple.
Okay, now that's more like a hit. That's a 26.
Okay, that hits.
Nice.
And it's not going to be much damage
Next,
because I don't have sneak attack
Two good
damage. But it is 9.
9. Okay, nice. Cool.
And then
Pretty good.
bonus attack, yeah, why not? I'm
What?
going to use the other dagger.
Okay, good for roll tip.
Wow.
Doing whatever you're doing.
21.
That hits.
And then that's just the dice. That's another 3 damage.
Okay, so you stab, slice right into the gap here through the armor, through the chainmail.
I've jumped up for it.
Or the chain shirt. Then you jump up, and then as you come down, you just slice at the back of their legs, and they just collapse to the ground.
Ooh, nice one.
Any more movement? You're gonna move out of their range, or?
I'm going to plant myself right in front of them,
Okay,
Shit.
cool.
holding my bloody daggers, trying to look really badass even though I'm 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
You don't know you could have killed a halfling.
Baby Groot.
I'm about to say, I'm getting baby Groot, like grabbing the gun and just.
Train, you're up.
Send me to fetch things.
Okay. Getting a grasp of what's actually happening
What
now.
would you do?
I jump over the bar and go to help Bree. So I slide up next to her.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking like the scariest little dwarves in the world. Sorry. Person with short stature. And attack twice on
Cool.
anyone who's in front of me.
Cool.
Except for Bree,
Yeah.
who is behind me because I put her behind, just beside me. She's beside me.
Yeah.
20.
20 hits.
Doesn't hit. And it wouldn't matter with inspiration either. So 1d8.
It's probably been
Pretty sure I do.
2
3 damage.
Nice.
10 is not that.
No.
Um,
No.
inspiration on top of that. So
Oh, no,
I
he doesn't have
damage.
plus 8. I don't know if he doesn't have plus 8.
um,
That
Cool.
rules, there's no
That's
strength.
fine.
so you hit once, hit again. The second misses. But first hits one of the spikes of Morningstar just goes through one of the gaps in kind of a rusty piece of chainmail. So
That's why you always look after.
You rusty piece of chainmail.
Also, that's fine.
Yeah?
Pull out a pint glass from the bar and just say, You wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you?
I'll say you could have taken one over with you in your
You
other
wouldn't hit a man
hands.
with a glass,
You would
you?
prepare that part of that.
No, absolutely not.
Next up is the people fleeing. So let's see what they do.
Flee, you fools!
That's what Toby said to each one as you pass by.
Wow.
Fly.
Okay. So they get a 19, a 15, and an 18 on their dexterity checks. So you see how fast they can like maneuver and not like trip over each other.
They're climbing down the tunnel 4 at a time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Flip it over.
So another 60 feet. Yeah, they in the next 6 seconds they just disappear.
They all
They tear through, and you just see the last one jump down the tunnel. And they are currently through. They just went ridiculous.
Nice.
It was 20 of them, wasn't it?
2 were already down, so there was 18 that just.
18. That's
3 a second.
yeah,
just
3
like,
a second. Holy fuck. Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
complaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a slide.
They all just jump down the thing as opposed to
They're
getting
just
there.
around, straight down.
But they all rolled
Used to
extremely well.
There's just a pile of them.
Yeah.
You don't mean it down, but
No,
there's
it's a
pile.
couple. It's
Just
actually
a clump up.
I didn't even ask if there was a flaw.
it's done Mr. Bog. It's just
Okay, Hex.
Alright. How far would I be able to get if I picked up 2 halflings?
If they picked up those 2 halflings.
no, the guards.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's
He's a bit of a heifer.
Yeah, I would say you would go
You've
half
definitely got
movement
that.
with one, and then I would say you'd go quarter movement with the other. And it'd be your action to pick them up.
Toss you over the bar.
Don't worry about me, I'll be fine.
I will be fine also. We will be fine. Serena Chacha no die today.
How far is it for me to get to them? And then, how far is
10
that? from-
You're like, 7 foot away from you.
And then it's like 10 to the door.
Yep.
Well, then I might as well take a step over and take some slashes at the guards that are in front.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, right, we're like a
Are either
tortoise.
alive or is it just one?
There's no end. It's
Yeah, there's 2.
There's 2. Okay.
One's more damage.
I'll have a go at the more damage one first.
Yep.
I'll just claw on it. 20? Not natural.
Yep.
So that is...
An hideous 20.
An abomination of a 20. 12 damage?
Mm-hmm. You just stab with another one, and
Oh,
just
crap.
they just collapse, just like the fingers directly into the.
Take another shot. Take another shot at the other one. 12?
Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't hurt.
12 doesn't hit. And I go for the bonus to battle. Why not? 25.
That hits.
Dirtiest Captain America.
3 damage. So I don't answer. Do I answer into that? Or
Captain Alabama, that's one.
Captain
No,
America.
So 3 damage.
Yeah.
And,
So Mandy.
No, you don't.
and then I'll
Yeah,
hop over the bar.
and then you retreat back.
Yeah. But no, I'm not going like all the way just to the other side of the bar.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm just
the
running.
one that you didn't quite kill.
Battle
13
of the
to hit.
country.
I have reach on my weapon.
Oh, of
I've
course.
managed to
You've
reach-
got
just
just-
reaching
yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my
yeah.
god, this is Scorpion formation. Me as the shield, 2 daggers on the sides, use the stinger on the
Yes.
top.
Fuck yes. I'm okay with this.
We've got a name for it now.
And then I just roll.
Scorpion! Scorpion formation!
Cock spot.
Scorpion!
And now you're just on the other side of the bar.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just reading.
Top of the round, grip one.
And now the rooms. Well, I'm going to shout to these. Everyone's through.
Yeah.
I'm going to run into the storeroom, and I'm going to quickly look for like. I'm assuming there's variant barrels inside this. Obviously.
Mhm.
I'm going to look for small barrels that are probably going to be spirits.
Make an intelligence check.
You pick the
This is
biggest
my, this is my
barrel.
thing. Come on. I'm going to roll it off the table first.
Sure.
Catch it. Roll D.
No,
roll
you're
D20.
not. You are really good at it.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you just need to actually let it go from your hand.
And I'm really panicking. No!
Oh!
You didn't even roll! It just skidded.
Oh.
Okay, so that's an one.
Cool.
If
So
only you
you
were a halfling.
you pick up what you believe is a barrel of spirits.
Yeah, I'm just moving all the small barrels to one pile.
Yeah.
And waiting for everyone to get through.
Okay, cool. You
I'm gonna hold
separate.
action until everyone's down. And
You spend the next 6 seconds trying to quickly organise what you think might be spirits to one side.
Good. I'm confident.
I should have just gone for the small barrel. Shouldn't have said anything. Just all small barrels there.
Actually, porridge.
Just got cakes and cakes on
It's D20.
Science beams.
Oh no, what's Ewan, what's the barking stuff?
D7.
Huh?
A7.
What's the D stuff?
WD5.
No.
What are you talking about?
It's just
So that's
generic
what
clean
I
and then use it. But
Yeah, it's a
Which
blue
one is
liquid.
it?
I can't believe I've forgotten what the fuck it's called. D10. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
Everybody in every
It's like
bar in the world uses
universal-
D10.
it's a universal
It's
thing.
blue and
it's like blue roll.
Yeah.
Absolutely everywhere.
blue roll and D10. Yeah, it's just that you move barrels of D10. Okay.
And I'm fun.
They are not. I had to do that in my cost training. This is
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember
I
I
heard
really
you say
remember
cross training.
That's definitely not something we did.
What I thought you meant was cross dressing in my mind. I was like, wait,
That's
I'll
what
take
I
a
heard as
CrossFit.
well.
why do you need D10 like that?
Well, I don't know why all of you just misinterpreted the word.
The words cross.
it. Anyway,
Kosh.
what's happening?
Next up, it's the guards goes. So, one swings a tread.
Like to see them take on from Scorpio formation.
Cool.
Without the
That
tail.
misses.
I'm reaching from slightly further away.
The 6 at the windows that can fire through. Fire in.
At who?
3 go for Bree. 3 go for tread.
On one of the ones. Oh, on you go.
Same as you. One of the ones on Bree and
Yeah.
this is magic.
I was going to do one of Bree also with disadvantage. I take the d6 damage.
Okay, cool. So you take your d6. All of them miss. And then the 3 on tread.
1 damage.
20 hits, right?
21.
Why?
Your fault.
This is why I need dragons,
You
not
did it,
guards.
you did it.
Cool. Nobody hits anything.
Oh my god, it's the combination of shield blocking, the
Yeah,
blood
look.
trickling out of
Of
his
the
nose.
Ripping his eyes out.
Of the 6 that
Look at
you
that.
can do the thing. Another
Scorpions
6
on
guards from outside managed to barge their way in. I'll move forward.
And I'll go for two.
I'm gonna say 2 go for Bree. They both do not hit.
Yes,
Jesus fuck.
Cannot be broken. This is like Zulu.
2
Yeah.
do.
The fucking-
They don't hit. They hit. And then 2 run at the bar and they see you and they're going for you.
Okay. Did they run past those guys?
I'll
We're
say
like
they
in a
run,
3 figure.
3.
I genuinely just
Why?
saw them.
Because
No,
you
they
two
wouldn't
and
do-
then
they wouldn't
Then he
they wouldn't
behind
be
us.
running because you're like stood directly behind them
Yeah.
swinging.
I would
they're
say-
not going out of there.
No, I went behind the bar.
Oh, you
yes,
literally moved,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yes, but they're not going to get attacked because
That's fine.
yeah,
You can have
That's all I
cover.
was asking.
yes, there's
Because you're behind the bar.
well they've come directly up the bar. It's not like that.
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah.
wasn't looking, I was just behind it.
A 21 will hit. Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Cool. So that is 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then another group are up at the window again. Next up, so we now currently have 7 people in the thingy.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Just looking at myself.
Oh, God, you're right.
And then next up we have Tobias.
I was thinking.
How far is it to where Bren and the gang are?
Yeah, but I was going to go.
And you're still by the trapdoor, correct?
Someone came
So
in
it's
and then shit. But then I was just thinking,
not quite 10 feet to the
And you
door,
just
and then it's about 20
half an
feet.
hour just going, fuck. And then shooting the guard and running.
And how many
back.
guards are in front of them?
They
I'm just
probably
thinking
have
like that. I
5
was thinking from
guards
there.
directly in front of
It's
them,
just
and
a
then
pair
there's
of
2
eyes
behind
going
them.
like that.
Here's the thing I don't get about this plan. Say you do shoot it and it is explosive. You'll fucking die.
That's what I was doing when trapdoors basically with my head. And just shooting them.
That's an explosion story, not just.
I'm going to
I have a tinder box.
cast
Light it on
suggestion on one of the ones in front of
The
the
reason why I
tent.
want to do it is just because with the
And I'm
time
gonna
that it's a road,
say-
someone just come and go.
Yeah.
Because you just be like,
That's
"Jack,
what
the
I
other
did
button!"
instantaneous.
God.
I have to
Cool.
notice it.
Wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
I'll move them close to the door.
That is a 6.
Get him to
Okay,
help you.
cool.
I might realise that. Putting porridge
Next
at
up
the door.
is... Are you going down? Or are you still waiting?
Yeah, then I'm going to go down.
Cool.
Follow up the rear.
You get down to the bottom of the things and you're right at the like there's gonna be right at the bottom, the last, and they're kind of taking up the thing. So you can't go more than 5.
No.
Can I switch?
Also-
It's a dead end.
Don't
Just
have
like
to
digging at the end.
affected the fleeing cyclists.
No, they were in the back of the room, which is more than 5.
Everyone's just grabbing rocks and passing them.
Bree.
So I'm gonna disengage.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna run into where the passage is in the storeroom.
Uh-huh.
Is it a trap door or?
Yeah, it's a trapdoor.
Yeah. I'm just gonna jump through it.
Okay, you just jump down, yeah?
Land on his
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see Bree's head like, what?
So, yeah, you jump down, and
This is good.
Wait, you going
I was
down the
looking
trap
for,
hole?
like, I'm in the doorway.
well, no, it'd be a deep.
This
Are you going down the trap door?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. She's just gone down and effectively landed
Yeah.
on his
Are you
shoulders.
down the trap?
No.
So you jump down, but the last people had just gotten through, and then he had just gotten to the he's still on the ladder, so to speak. So you just jump down,
Would I have seen him before I jumped?
but you didn't say you'd look. You just went, and I ran, and I just jumped. So I'm gonna say 3 points of damage to you as Bree just kind of
I
like
really wish.
lands on you. Make an acrobatics. A dex
I'm just
save for me.
thinking about having a Wallace and Gromit crochet moment with all the sheep on the motorbike.
Yeah,
And everyone's just there like,
Okay, so you land on him, and you kind of instantly take over, and you like spring off his shoulders and jump to the side of the tunnel, and there's just like enough space, like almost like behind the or to the side of the ladder that goes down, and you're there.
I'm just gonna say, come on, hurry up.
Okay, next up is Trent.
Okay, so the body of the scorpion is disbanded.
Yep, it's just you.
Yeah. I
get in here.
run and jump head first down the
Right. Okay.
Well, I did it, so
Yeah.
what do you think?
No, literally, that's why I'm just like,
It's gonna hurt a bit more.
I get stuck. My little legs are just wiggling.
Okay, make a dex save for me.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm using those dice. I'm gonna uncurse it for him.
Yeah, let's go. You're doing well.
Did you get a fucking
It's a perfect turn down the
I
hole.
literally
That
turn
was
half and
so
just slide
stern.
past him.
You like effectively crowd surf to the front. Just,
Okay,
One
So-
time, no.
you dive through head first,
yeah.
and you like grab onto a rung as you go round, as you're going round, and you see all the people in front of you, not consciously making this decision, but you swing and you continue swinging round, and your legs go through the back of the ladder, and you just come out the back of the ladder and just land on your feet like back to everybody else, and you're just like, hey, avoiding.
You're doing everything today.
Avoiding Bree, him who's on the ladder, and all of the other like 20 people
Yeah, wasn't like-
that are still in the thingy.
We golf clap.
Are we running?
Wow, Jesus. Yeah. Uh huh.
You did that in armor.
Yeah, no, and I slipped through blood rank run to a ladder as well.
Runs through a ladder. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It is now the other guy's go. So again.
Who's the other?
So,
it's them.
Okay,
Devils, the
So less successful this time. They're sprinting up. A couple of them start like tripping over each other in
Is
the
this
middle.
through the tunnel? Sorry.
Yeah, through the tunnel.
It's at least moving though. It's
They're
not
at least
just
yeah. It's completely dark down here, and there's a lot of humans in this mix. So they are kind of like tripping and pushing, and they only get half their dash distance, so they get 30 foot. So they start making their way down, but it's not going to be like easy going.
How big's the tunnel?
The tunnel very roughly cut.
It's like a person size.
It's literally a person size, and even then,
It's
you,
just dumb.
Thinking
now.
everyone.
It's just dumb shape like that in the wall.
Porridge
It's like-
smash.
it actually only extends 30 feet back, and then that's just it's just a tunnel.
You're just. I'm
Yeah, it's unfinished yet.
Some could almost call it a secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
I can't do
Two lovers forbidden from one another.
Yes.
Alright. So there's just a few guards in. There's like 6 guards in, did you say? And still some at the window.
It's in
5 in.
your heart.
6 in. I did say 6. Sorry. Thank you.
Shut the door now.
Yeah, 7. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. Back into the room.
You're already in the room. You're just on the other side of the bar, right?
Yeah, so back into the.
Oh,
With
into
the
the
door-
yeah,
storeroom.
sorry.
Close the door.
Yep.
And start moving the weird pile of barrels in front of them.
Okay, you get. The 2 guys get attacks of opportunity on you. The ones that are directly.
One
in
of
your
them I'll
face.
make with disadvantage.
Okay.
I don't have to take damage because I'm meat as well.
Okay, cool. So, one goes to what would have been a hit, and then you just kind of grasp your hand like
Just
this,
blood,
and just like blood starts to like pour like out of like the ear and mouth, the ear and eye of one of them. They just go oh, and just like stop mid swing. The other is a 17 to hit.
Earthly good for him.
Oh, and
messing with
that's
his blood.
2 damage.
Nice.
Gave him harpies. No, what's the other one?
8.
No harpies. No.
And make an
Hepatitis.
athletics check to see how
Good
many
old
barrels you can move. The thing.
14.
Okay, so you managed to move 2 of these barrels. They're not that small at all, and they're
Maybe I'm just
incredibly
forming a
heavy.
barricade.
Does the door open in the way or out the way?
The door opens in the way.
Oh, that's good.
So it's at least.
At least
blocking
get
it.
some
So
barricade
there's
you
a
have
fucking
to
door
make it a-
door. You barricade it and then they just.
Even if this,
open.
even if like,
That would be
Here's
funny,
a-
yeah.
even if there's no explosion, at least.
Yeah, there's
Just
not
slow down
going
a
to
little
be
bit.
a fucking explosion.
There, you can certainly try.
Do I have any movement?
You can if you want, yeah.
Just to start going down the ladder.
Okay, you get to the top, you start going down the ladder, you get like 2 rungs down
That's fine.
before you see
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Just so I'm not.
Actually flattering,
Yeah.
I can't listen.
Top of the round, group up.
I don't know.
I can see him on the.
Something to consider.
I think she seems like
Correct.
a whistle.
She does, yeah.
Um,
Wait, are you down the tunnel?
I'm at the top of the ladder, just coming in.
I'll just try and move more of the barrels in front of the door.
Make an athletic check. See what you get. Every spirit barrels.
The beans, the bean barrels.
Oh, this is
Weigh a bloody ton, bro.
Oh, 15.
15. Okay. So you spend your heart considering you get 3 of these big barrels kind of like across.
Accrued
Is there any way-
vouchers for various magazines.
How? From the door to the back, how far is it?
Just under 10 feet.
Basically, no, something like that. I was gonna say if I squeeze the barrels in, so it forms like a solid. But yeah, I'll just put them in front of the door then.
Cool.
Okay, I should hold them for a bit, maybe, and then I'm gonna go. Move to the ladder and get ready
Just
to move.
get on my back.
Cool. Next up are the guards. So,
Oh shit!
yeah, that's interesting. So, I'm gonna
They
say.
go home. They reconsider the lectures.
Just the door shutting. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't see them. Damn.
Huh.
Remember,
Who was
there's
that?
one that's
Must be
hostile
nothing.
to the other one.
Assassin's Creed guns.
There is.
I
suggest
I might have
that
just
you-
saved the.
Okay.
Wait, what? Where are you? Are you not down in the tunnel?
Yes.
Hi, bro. Right here.
Yeah,
Where are you?
right before I went into the tunnel, I cast suggestion on one of them to like start attacking his pals.
So, that guy, you hear a kerfuffle outside the door. The others rush against the door, and with a natural 20 and a 1,
Yes.
you just hear these like thuds against the door. And if you had to imagine, one guy goes to like just this mighty fucking gym like bunny just goes to like bash down the door, and it would have 100% of like shoved it open. And then the other guy next to him, this dweeby little halfling,
That's racist.
That is racist.
goes, well, actually, no, because otherwise he does reroll the one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, goes to push, and just like pushes into him, and so they just like tumble into each other, and like you hear this thud against the door, but they don't, and like it like hits the first barrel, but only by like an inch, and doesn't actually move them back.
They push the pull door.
And then there's another one that tries to push, but got 5, so it doesn't manage to get open. And there's only space enough for about 3 of them to kind of be pushing at once, and even then it's a bit tight. So
What if he's a poor human?
That's
He's
okay.
just so
Hear
short
that
that people
when you
think that he's a tall halfling.
yeah,
So he goes through life being mistaken for a halfling when he's actually a human.
they don't get any of the benefits like re-rolling ones.
Yeah.
I've only got +1 to all my abilities. I don't understand it. I thought I had good luck.
Next up is Tobias.
I'm just gonna, you know,
Secret tunnel.
yeah, gonna just encourage people to like hasten along.
Oh, that's fine.
So use your movement, you get right up to the back of the people. Do you have
make him
your
start fire?
you don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
So you
Yeah,
start
yeah.
equally kind of being like
I
Is
literally
it
have a
dark?
ticket box.
yeah, yeah.
I cast light on my sword. Just kind of.
I mean, my weapon deals extra fire.
That is helpful. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know
How
it works against wood.
which area does it cast?
Don't think so. I'll just
Or hex. It's not
Um,
hex.
Bree?
I don't think that works. It's false.
I'm gonna
It's like a,
stay by
it's a hit
the
rather than-
trapdoor with my bow at the ready, just in case I need to.
Would you like to have moved like maybe 10 feet into the tunnel so you can just like see through and up to the door?
Yes, I'd
Cool.
like
You
to
can-
do that.
You can just
So
like
it's
just
good
at
on
an
something.
angle, just like
And
say
then
something.
I'd like to
You've got- yeah.
hold an attack in case
Oh, I can-
a guard
No, I don't
comes
have any.
into view. I'd like to shoot.
There's bright light for 20 feet and dim light for an additional 20.
I do a mate.
I'm trying you up.
Um,
So you're on the back of the ladder. Having make sure Bree repeated.
I would like to command Sir Rampage telepathically
What's the distance on that?
1 mile to run into the bar and just run at the people attacking the door.
What's his movement?
It's probably 40 feet.
I think it's 40 feet.
So you
So
want to
80
rampage
So you can do
to
80 feet.
rampage.
Yeah.
I would like Sir
40 feet.
Rampage.
Yeah, it's 40 feet.
He would like to rampage.
He
And I say, I just go, Sir Rampage, do your thing, buddy. I'm sorry, but I'll see you again soon. And then I begin heading off down the tunnel after these lovely people.
rolled 2d20s, got 2 natural ones.
Oh.
Ah,
So Rampage, there is just a flood of guards trying to get into the inn currently. And a horse trying to push, trying to like get through. Some of them trying to take some swings as he does get past some of them, but they both somehow. Yeah, of course they're gonna try and fucking kill.
This is horse just like pile driving in.
Yeah,
a horse walks into a bar.
I mean, it's a pony.
A pony
And says,
walks into a bar and says,
"Hey, time to die, motherfuckers."
he doesn't manage to get into the bar because it's literally like outside. Not that you guys know this, there are about 75 guards currently trying to get into this inn. So he doesn't get
I
in,
just want to fear them all.
but he does manage to get into, get through some without getting hurt, and he's now just surrounded
just be
by
a
about
nuisance, I'm just saying.
20 of them. Yeah, sure.
Is he being a nuisance?
Sure.
Make them dance.
He might
To
distract
distract
them.
them.
Next up is the other. So now with light that they can see, they make it somewhat easier through to a degree.
They're with a glowing sword. Like,
James Baxter. That's what it is, James Baxter.
However, there's some kind of glare of light. Some of them do start kind of tripping and stuff like that. So
Stormtroopers.
they move forward,
They're on our side. can't be
But
both
again,
sorts.
instead of the 60 feet that they're able to do with a dash, they do 30 feet. Yeah. Hex.
I can shoot. I guess I'm just gonna slide down the ladder and keep trying to get people moving if they're falling over. Like,
I mean, they're way.
oh no, wait. I'm just gonna. Can I see it?
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah, you can see it 30 feet down the tunnel.
oh,
You can see
because
Bree.
I don't have daggers.
See
so
Bree as well.
I'm just gonna.
Yes, yeah. So you can see dim. He's casting dim light.
Yeah.
For 20 foot and then
Yeah.
bright light 20 foot next to him.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and Gritvold's coming down the ladder.
Gritwood's not on the ladder yet.
He's not on the ladder yet.
Do you have shifting earth or whatever that is?
Can I wait for him to? I can't hold movement, can I?
You can hold your action to dash.
Correct.
I will do that then.
Cool.
I will wait until he starts coming down.
Can
and
you
then
do
and then I'll book it.
Because you take the dash action and you can hold an action.
Yeah, but
It's not, you
the
can't,
idea of a held
Oh,
action.
no,
is-
no, that's right.
you can't hold your movement.
You
but
just
can
hold an
your
action,
dash action.
So I can still move 30 feet, not 60.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
30
that's
feet,
fine.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but just so I know that he is actually coming, and then I'm going to book it.
That, but then obviously
Because he's the one that has trouble escaping when you've killed guards.
It could, to be fair, you could say if you wanted to like home rule it, you could say it's like you can only hold an attack.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
up to you.
I would think that the idea of a held action is that you hold something and then you do it at like a trigger. You know, you swing or you do something like that. You wouldn't then be able to like run 30 feet. Like it's less
In
of
that
a.
time. Yeah.
Like it's still an action though. I mean, all
Yeah.
of this is pretty. There's
It's
still
down to
D&D
you.
in
I'm
it.
just,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just,
yeah.
I'm just.
We'll say yes for now. I'll look up later. I'm tempted to say no normally, but yeah, we'll say yes.
Okay, well then,
It's technical.
if your gut is saying no,
I
I'll
would
just,
say no.
I'll just shout up,
Get moving.
just everybody keep moving, and I'll just book it.
Okay, cool.
60 feet down, or
60
however long
feet.
I've got left.
Yeah,
after
so
that.
you're like now 10 feet behind the rest of the people running forward.
Technically, an action it takes up the same amount of time, no matter what action you're doing, according to D&D rules, right? So
Yes.
running 30 feet at full speed would be the same as like trying to attack someone. But anyway, yeah, you're right. We'll look into it later.
Yeah.
And then I'll just call out, Bree and Gritvold, they're coming. We've locked the door. Keep moving.
Okay.
Hex Griffith, yeah.
I'm going to pick a barrel, put the rope in, and light it, and just book it. That's
Okay.
what I can get.
Cool. You book
Guards
cast.
walk in and it's like,
I was sorry?
You book cast.
Yes.
It's a good
It's
it's
just
supposed to
more
cover
rope
behind
in
you?
the barrel.
Doesn't know
Yeah.
that.
Just end is huge.
Nothing's going to happen, but
What was in the barrel?
I don't know.
Did you see when you popped it open?
And I got a whiff of.
Was it a
anything.
liquid? Was it a liquid? Was
Make
it?
a
3, so
6.
I was gonna say with disadvantage anyway, so that's fine.
2.
I broke them.
Liquid.
It's
not
antimatter.
Then it's the guards. They're going to now attempt to push through the 5 barrels there.
So you were moving as well.
Yeah, so I'm fit,
Shut
like,
the
down the ladder,
Yeah.
however far I get,
Wow. What?
and I
Wow.
shut the door.
How many natural ones have I? Natural ones have I now rolled?
Lost count.
Enough.
It's
Through
been
the last
an
one.
awful lot of them.
I mean, I have had
It's
to
well
I
roll a
hope you
fucking
don't roll
lot.
like this
Please
when
don't.
you're not a
Please don't
GM,
feel like
because-
we're not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not happy about this.
You've rolled a nat 20.
Well, just
I
as
have
long
rolled
as
a
that-
nat 20.
that one's like staying the while you're DMing.
Yeah.
Now you know how I just feel.
Yeah, so
Nice
I mean, that was a 1, a 2, and a 17. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say they are just kind of like all like almost like
There's no
ramming up against
coordination
the bar,
to it, it's
and the you just see the door kind of, or you hear the door kind of like slamming, but it doesn't seem like you can hear like barrels getting pushed out of the way. However, the inn is definitely filling up. Oh, and how much health does Sir Rampage have?
Huh?
How much?
40.
40, yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
It's 40 movements.
I thought you said it's 40 hit points.
No, how many hit points?
Oh, sorry. Oh,
That is not
11.
11.
I just got an AC of 10. So in case you guys
Do you feel when?
Well, yeah, he can communicate with me as well.
Okay, so he communicates a dying Winnie.
The dying Winnie.
Yes, as he dies, or as he.
You know you can tell me that.
Yeah, I know.
It hurts now.
I'm still just like.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me.
can't quite right with that. You're actually impressive.
That was very good.
That was
It's
very
not
good.
what a rampage would sound like. Okay. Next up, Tobias.
Just
Moving.
keeping on, keeping on.
Mm-hmm. Another 30 foot forwards. No, because that's where the civilians have got to. Cool. I'm gonna say for this. That was a great impression.
Uncanny.
I'm going to say everybody roll stealth checks.
Plus 10, remember, guys.
Oh, I have advantage on those.
And you're
Wait.
in from.
Sorry.
Is it getting a concentration?
Yeah.
Then I could probably have lost your
Wait,
concentration.
so you're still getting +10 to them?
Possibly not.
I don't.
No,
Not
no.
concentration.
So you still get plus 10.
Go.
Okay.
Nice.
They do start managing to push some of the barrels out of the way, and the flame reaches the barrel. What did you get in your stealth checks?
24.
33.
What's the stuff?
Does this count? Does the stealth check rely on silent movement?
What's the stuff?
To a degree.
Do I get advantage?
For
from the boots?
come out in the tunnel. Huh?
Do I get advantage from the elven boots? Is the
Yes.
I'll roll this here. So I roll. Oh, yeah. You get me
Plus 10.
inspiration, yeah.
Plus 10.
Oh
But-
god.
Plus 10 because it's
I got
pass without a trace.
27.
28.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
Nice.
that 20.
Hey! And you have plus 0 to.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Wait a minute.
I don't think it matters.
35.
There we go.
I snuck through.
Yeah.
Just getting outdone by everyone today.
You're not even doing bad at all. You're just
Okay,
getting.
but I got 33 on the stealth by rolling a 12. So,
Yeah, you did okay. Wait, what's your modifier?
plus 11.
Rogues.
It's because I double my proficiency on it.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
can
plus
use
6
it.
from proficiency and then plus 5 from
28.
dexterity. So,
I was the
70,
lowest.
70 plus
No.
1.
He was the lowest with 24.
So they start moving the thing out of the way. The fire reaches it.
He's going fast. The whooping cushion just goes off.
You're dumb to say.
You guys book it out. The
My beans!
Imagine the
civilians do well. So
But then we could have been class as terrorists.
you move up and out of the through the tunnel. It goes on for about 120, 130 feet along, and then up at the other end is another trap door, and it comes out in the middle of an alley between two buildings, kind of tall buildings. This same kind of whitewashed stone, which is really common in the merchants district. It comes through the Star Spire, and there's quite the two kind of precious mined rocks from the Star Spires. Is this a really black, like charred black rock that the cathedral is made out of, and then this kind of like whitewashed almost effect, white stone. Yeah, so it's between two of these. So you're still in the merchants district, and the civilians just scatter in all kinds of directions.
Well, our like group that we got out was just.
Yeah, they were just kind of like going in all directions,
As
kind
we
of
come out, is
running.
there any barrels or bot crates or anything about?
No, not in this alley, no.
Oh, wheelie bins then.
Oh, well, it's actually Green Bin Day, so
Oh,
actually.
perfect.
But
All is
over-
well.
all full of like the heaviest,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
full of
yeah.
lead.
Yeah.
What's Carlisle up to? I can start what you're saying.
She was one of the first people out, so she's well
she's
and truly
just
gone.
Where do we go?
Yeah.
Like
Um,
asking the well, like where are we going?
Are any of them left? Like before, like the last.
You're
travel-
directly behind them,
Wait,
so
wait.
you're seeing some of them, but
Think
they're all
about it.
just going.
The guards are gone. We take the cathedral tonight. No?
I
I can't disguise self.
think it's not that
Just-
difficult for the
just
guards
not
to go
look
back
like
to the
them.
cathedral.
Yeah. Let's do whatever.
We need to
Someone
move
else.
Yeah.
somewhere. Anyone know of
Any
anything?
suggestions
Any-
where we could go?
Let's just
To
break into
talking
one of
to
these
the-
buildings.
Oh,
Are they all still here?
fucking leg it.
Where, are they all still here?
No,
No,
all of them
they're-
were just a
they're
couple
all
of them before
running.
they left. I was like, you guys know this city. Any advice?
I'm trying to think
He
of
knows,
anything.
he knows the city.
Yeah.
Say.
Okay, let's go.
Do you know anywhere we can go?
So you're.
I
Are you friends with any brothel owners?
That's exactly what I do. I sort of run in the direction of a brothel I know exists.
Dying for
Okay.
some.
Everyone take
What you following?
Everyone take a room.
So, is it here?
With my gleaming sword.
It's going to become a
We
new
don't need
base
any
of
more.
operations, a brothel.
So, don't need that anymore.
Wait,
Yeah,
will the
super
brothel
good.
still be open? I feel like it's the sort of thing
It's like
that the...
2 a.m.
Oh, I
The
see. I thought you
cultist
meant at
was-
night. I was like, I think it's mostly a night operation.
No, the cultist seems
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
approve
Secret.
of...
Well, whatever
such
it
things.
is, I've just heard
What about the
like
cult
a
Debauchery.
secret? Listen, unless they're like the Puritans, everyone who's ever banned by debauchery has always secretly indulged in debauchery. So
Yeah.
they
Wait,
probably have a
we could
secret
go
brothel.
to, wait, we're at the merchant district.
Secret
aren't we?
brothel.
not the harbour.
No.
So we could go to the Pilgrim's Inn.
New
Yes.
plan. We all just infiltrate the secret
I don't
brothel.
know where.
It's down at the It's down at the harbour's edge.
Right, let's go to the Pilgrim's Inn.
It'll
rather
be
than-
like the bit at the end of Mulan.
Are you
Okay,
okay?
yes!
Do you want to go brothel
Oh
or
my
brothel
god!
or
Yes,
inn?
I'm the fat bald one.
Pick
And
one.
the small one.
I was the first one down, wasn't I?
Out of us.
Yes.
So I would be beelining towards a brothel or something that
Yes.
nobody knows.
Okay, so down by the docks, near the Pilgrim's Inn, is where you remember there being.
Yeah, same kind of
Yes, you all start booking it off. You guys kind of melt almost into the shadows, particularly you. Over Bree.
following him. Shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Toby.
But Bree gets seen because 32 is not good enough. You do hear kind of shouts through the night, both of guards, people, kind of elation, anger. There's a mix of things. It's very much just a cacophony of different sounds like echoing through the night. You don't know really what's going on.
But when the street's
who's
empty, where
successful.
would we go?
To a degree, you're seeing people kind of flit about, doors open,
But no guards.
and slam. And no, you do look behind. You're only at 150 feet away from the building, and as you're looking up the road, you do start seeing guards with torches, like starting to like pelt it down.
Do we see a
the
giant
road.
bonfire of that bar on fire?
No.
I see that. I'm like,
Do we get somewhere to stay?
So you go, you spend the next like 10 minutes dodging and weaving through alleys, and you get to the building where you believe there to be a brothel, and there's light coming from inside. Make a perception check for me.
We're here for
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
So there's a crack through the curtains that you
Yeah,
can
definitely still a brothel.
that you can see, and there are people in a circle praying, and above the door,
Oh.
you see the symbol of that symbol, the
Yeah.
sword on fire with the scales. This is definitely not a brothel.
Maybe the role play.
what time are we at? It's about half.
So that's
10,
in a Game
11.
of Thrones.
Yeah, we're pushing 11.
Okay. So now time to walk into an inn.
Yep.
Head to
Like
the
heavily
Well,
wounded.
Pilgrim's Inn's close to this, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Quite wounded in my case.
So I kind of like run up to the door, notice this, and I'm like,
Bleeding, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice
Yeah.
enough of the time
Yeah.
that they're not going to be aware that a bunch of people just ran
We
it.
just end up sat down on a chair while a child
I was going to point out there's 2 nat 20s in a row.
So I'm making up for my
Oh,
monsters
that's
backwards.
I'm eating your essence,
Yeah.
your soul,
Pilgrim's Inn.
your vitality. It's mine now.
Um,
Your ichor.
Your
this is getting gross.
constitution.
I feel shit, guys. Don't need to do that anymore.
Opening up your. I can't think of
Health.
the word.
What happens in the end?
Cool. So you get to the end.
The Pilgrim's Inn.
We're like bursting in.
To the Pilgrim's Inn.
You don't go bursting in, did you say?
To the
Yeah,
Pilgrim's
we
Inn.
don't, as in like, we don't
Yes!
throw the doors open. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Stop it.
And we're like, I'm like,
Cool.
everyone settle.
Into the inn.
Don't believe it.
Still bleeding.
No, you're just guy. Yeah, still charismatic. You believe it. Nothing
disguise-
too flamboyant.
I disguise myself.
Remember, with the
Why
cops,
did you
we're not the
disguise
queer
yourself
leaders
as?
of werewolves.
I have
Very
decided
secret.
We're trying
that
to announce episode. We're trying to stay.
I'm gonna say, just on a whim,
We're the
just in
most
a moment of panic,
confused
as I exited that tunnel and cast disguise self into
Like a brewer.
This is the Dragon Age 2 brothel, is
what's
it?
his name?
Excellent.
Actually.
Well, tavern and brothel,
The-
but
Young
it plays in the brothel.
wizard boy from the Secret City.
Oh, the trainee.
Yeah.
Charlie?
Charlie!
The creepy boy.
Yeah. Was it
Charlie
Charlie?
from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
How the hell did I remember?
Jesus.
No one-
Was it Helen? Yeah.
Is it Charlie?
No, but I believe that might have been his mother's name.
Yeah.
I think it genuinely is.
What is it with you and Helen?
It's only happened twice.
3 times.
No.
Twice.
Happened twice and once with Dave.
Oh, for goodness sake.
But you just didn't get. Yeah, you forget.
That was from one of the lost episodes. Of one book.
Okay, I was gonna say that.
Episode 1 to 9 are missing.
You know I printed 9 pages out for today?
And we've got through half.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Because I always forget how long everything takes, especially when 100 guards kind of
2
That's the
hours
thing,
and
after we
5
do that, I
minutes.
want to know
5
what you
minutes
expected
and
us to
2
do.
hours.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how
What
the hell
else is
did-
there to do other
Oh.
than fight and fucking
No,
try?
yeah,
and-
no.
It
pretty much
probably
nothing
assumed
else.
we were going to do this, but
Or-
I always misjudge how long
Because
people
people
want
actually
to
do
fanny
that.
about during
Yeah.
a fight. Or...
Yeah.
But it's
Also, maybe not spend an hour while they get everybody in surround. Like if you'd immediately left, maybe.
But
Anyway.
we didn't know.
Yeah.
No matter yet.
We did know you'd called them there, even if you didn't see them.
Yeah,
They
but
were
I
coming.
checked, and
Yeah,
there
and
was
so
no
we were
one
like,
there.
yeah, we're safe.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go into the inn.
Is it open
Do
on
we
you?
see any of
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
As it is.
Yeah.
resistance?
Please, God,
Yes.
let there be no guards.
Make a perception check.
I think that's like 14. No, 15.
15. Okay.
I don't really know too much. Just like a quick look around the bar, see if there's anyone.
Yeah. No, there are no thingy, but you do notice 2 people in the corner. You remember this, in fact, Bree, you remember this when you went in,
Mhm.
is that there were members of the guard in plain clothes who sat in the inn waiting to kind of catch people out, do you know what I mean? So they've got people in all the different kind of establishments where there could be beverages sold, which is why they didn't make it obvious when they sold to you before. You do notice in the corridor 2 very, very poorly, with another fucking natural one, poorly disguised civilians. But they're clearly disguised. You can see like their armor, the sense of
Fine,
shit
I'm
they go
gonna-
about.
No,
Take them up to the room or something.
I'm gonna walk up and ask, can we get 2 rooms, please?
To the barkeep. Mm-hmm.
We've not been
Yes,
here before.
I've got 2 rooms. That's a golden night.
I hand him 2 more. Are those guards watching us? Like, well,
I mean, they're
If you
looking
don't know
about the
now,
room. Ooh.
it still gets
Yeah.
at the moment.
So they do as they kind of look up and they can look and then they start whispering between themselves.
Are they like at the bottom of the stairs, sort of direction?
They're
of
in
the
a corner
rooms?
booth.
Are they in the direction of the rooms that we would have to walk
No. They're in the corner booth right by the door, so they can kind of slip in and out easily. But the doorway to the rooms is on the other side of the bar, the other side of the inn. So
Just be like,
Just beeline to the room.
cool.
They know who we are. They're just gonna get.
You guys start making
okay,
your.
actually, can I just lean into the barkeep and say, if you're a friend of Dunla's, I don't know, like, nod or something.
Make a persuasion check.
I don't know. 8.
I know him.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, I wasn't level with that. It was just the idea. It's like if you're a what's it called? If you're a friend of. It's basically asking if you swing that way. It's like if you're a friend of
Friend of
Domino.
Dorothy's.
Yeah, that's a friend of
Friend of
Dorothy.
Dorothy's.
I'll be upstairs. Oh.
Cool. You start making your way up the stairs?
I do. Like,
You still make a
Is it like
stairs.
up to a landing? It looks back over our.
I don't know, do you look up? Do you go to the back?
No. Like walking with the guys towards the stairs, like up to where we're going to the bedroom.
The bars
Does
have... No, go. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Career.
Does the stairs? Does it go up to like a landing where you could? So I could say like look back once we were up there.
No, it just goes up a regular flight of stairs, just like that.
I'll go up and then wait until the stairs.
Cool. As you go up,
Can I
this,
listen to see if like suddenly they like rushing out the door, rushing in?
I was gonna say I'm at the back and I'm just gonna be watching. Like for as soon as they think we're out of view, do they?
can you make a stat check? You still got your plus 10.
That's 18. I'll go.
Plus your 10?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll look to see if they can see you. They kind of look around, and then they kind of slip out of their booths, leave a couple gold on the table, or a couple silver on the table, and then like open the door and shut behind them. They try and do it kind of like surreptitiously and quietly, but
They go out the door. Or do
yes, they
just-
leave.
Right, have a quick up and out the windows.
Next in, any other ends? Oh, but they're in every inn.
We just need to get out of here quickly. Because they're
How
going
close
be...
to the harbour are we?
You're right in the harbour's edge. This is
Can I
like on
see
the
any
quay.
boats out the window.
Yeah, there. Well, this section of it
Get the fuck out of here.
is reserved for trading boats.
So the big boats.
The big boats. You know that further to the closer to the castle. You remember from walking along here before, where the kind of smaller, more personal boats for people of the city, as you kind of enter less of the trade district and more into the residential district, which I have it in.
I just run up one of the
to the road.
gangplanks if there's a gangplank for a trading ship. And just go, if there's any over there, can I speak to the captain?
Yeah, there's a guard kind of patrolling on the ship, and he goes, "Halt!
We need to speak to the captain. Business.
Who?
We've got business.
Captain,
We're really trustworthy. We are known as the trustworthy captain.
make a persuasion
Guys.
check."
Yeah. I believe in your dice, though, even if you don't.
Suck it again.
19.
Okay, cool. So he goes, "Captain, we've got
Pretty take over.
partners,
I got this.
potential businessmen."
I just
Mm,
throw some gold.
Okay. He kind of explains and goes,
I'm not giving it to him.
"Oh,
I am giving it to him. I
okay."
take
He
some
goes,
more. I take some more gold. There's more.
Yeah, they're
I kind of
just coming.
awkwardly rub it against my body.
And maybe
I'm
about
so confused.
10-15 seconds pass, and then two people come out, and two other just kind of crewmates,
I'm such a
deck
big
mates.
No, carry on.
And then somebody comes out wearing slightly finer clothes, still kind of not like fancy by any means, but like a nice like cloak and a pirate hat. And comes out and says, "Business at this hour."
Yes, we do. How would you like to make 400
50 gold.
gold?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I rolled the same
Or
as
is that? Are you going to give him 400, or is this deception?
I was planning on the group giving him 400. I do not have 400 on me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So it is persuasion.
18.
18. He says, "Why, of course, this way, please."
Excellent. I'll just get.
And he leads you through to his.
Just before we get, that's the guard. I'm like, I think this is how you do it. I take out 5 gold and give it to the guard again on top of 2 gold I already gave him.
Nice.
If there's any guards,
Business
There
is,
yeah.
yes.
I'll pat him on the knee and one pat.
He kind of signals to the two other crewmates that come up and say, "Stick around." And just goes back to kind of like welcome, but you can kind of see him like counting the number of gold you do count. Yeah, you get led into kind of a planning or so room, just like a room not too big.
Does it have a map on the table with a dagger in it?
Yeah, of course it
Yes!
does. It's literally that's all that's in the table. It's got some shelves on the wall, but like nothing that could like fall off
Yeah.
with the rocking of the boat.
That's like a live, laugh, love sign for pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like a rough wooden table in the middle, kind of like square, maybe 5 foot by 5 foot. And then there is a map on the table with a dagger in it. Because
Is there anyone else in here?
They got it from
No, it's just a captain.
the
Can I
River
say-
Isle for Pirates Treasure.
Yeah.
I say to him, can we have 5 minutes?
You can have as long as you like. 400, you say? What can we do for you here?
No,
Can we have 5 minutes to discuss?
Oh,
And I give him 50 gold up
I give
Oh
him
my
400.
you give him
Oh
50,
my
you give him
God,
400 gold.
no.
Oh,
so you just
I don't give him 50 if he's giving
okay.
like I
You
would.
say just take out gold and then you just go
Yeah.
and just dump a huge bag of gold.
I'm sorry.
I would say, how much gold do you have in your thing, roughly?
1,050.
Okay, so you just take like
It's
yeah. It's probably not going to be a full 400 because that would take you a large time to kind of do that. It's probably unlikely you could have carried this much.
Right, here's
but
half after.
Yeah, and he goes, why, of course. And then he goes, there's one door to the back which leads to his chamber, so he goes.
We'll knock when we're.
I'm keeping an eye on where on his person he's putting that gold.
Oh God,
Okay.
please.
Just making a note of it. Just making a
Perception
note
We
of
don't
it.
even need to go anywhere. We just need to be chill on
To be fair, in a party when we've got a mom with money.
That one that I'm re-rolling.
So you're a mom with
Oh
money.
my
I don't have
god,
money.
I'm rolling
You don't
something
literally-
crazy
And just a
today.
mom, you are a mom
That's
with
a
it.
four.
As in, like, you just
Okay.
offer
Oh, I
it.
see.
You can't really tell, he
Yeah.
just kind of takes it and turns away and you don't
That's
really
it.
know.
Captain.
Mhm.
No, Captain.
What's your name?
Helen?
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Captain Reynolds.
Not
Thank you.
Malcolm Reynolds.
You will
I
not
wasn't
regret
gonna
this.
say it.
Just
You will
Hey.
not regret this.
I don't think I shall.
If you have a
Right,
horror
5
on
minutes.
board, maybe let me know.
right. Anyway, right. We've
Your
got
name's
5
on it.
minutes. Okay. What are we doing?
Hello, Lara.
Have we paid 400 gold for the night?
Yeah.
Have we paid 400 gold to
It's
leave?
not right now. We can figure that out tomorrow. We just need to rest and figure out. We can
Or we could figure out if we're travelling
It's
now,
very
or we could
simple.
set sail.
Or we can just get out of the city.
get out of the city, but then we don't get to rescue the city and Carlia and your
My
family.
parents, my family.
But they're in a tower outside of the city. We could always go there first and then come back to the city with
don't
the
see
full
that.
family.
idea.
We could come with the full family. Could ride neck together on the horses, like side by side.
I don't see why we're here. We could have just broken into any warehouse.
I could play the
and
trumpet.
stayed
and also
there.
I
rescue
him. I can get free.
Last time we tried to break into a warehouse,
Well-
the entire guards came to get us, and they're already looking for us.
I panicked and it worked. So we're here now, right? 400. But we're here.
We're alive and everyone's happy.
And are we moving out? Getting the boat going? Are we just trying to get down the coast
Where's
somewhere?
Near?
Mr. Gribble, you
I
have
have
the
no
brains.
idea about the
You're in
You have the geography
Mandwick
brains.
Bay, which is this is like you've got Kalimshan and then
And then you go around the coast. Or
the coast, and then this is like the last stop before you get to Memnon, which is the other big trading city, which is like a good couple weeks away on boat. But like, there's not.
There's not a small port to go to.
This is
Well,
the small port. Do you know what I mean? Like this is one of the last trading
So
stops before
above
you get
is
to the
Mount
cities.
that what was that?
Memnon.
Memnon is south,
Memnon is south.
and but it's not actually that far. But you have to go round the.
And then if we go
peninsula.
north,
You go north, you would get up into the kingdom of Aman and up to the capital city of Akatla.
But we
Sounds
don't. Where's
familiar.
Does it sound familiar?
I feel like we should avoid there. Not heard good news from that
Where's-
place.
No, I think it's fine.
where's your family? The Tower of what?
John.
No. The Tower of what?
So, Skybreaker Keep.
You know
It's
where
our
it
castle
is?
in the mountains.
Okay,
I know where
why
it
don't
is.
we just sail out the city a bit? We don't need to go anywhere particular, and then we can just hit
With
land.
how much we're paying them, they could drop us in.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't need to go far. We just need to go far enough to get
Down
away
the
from the
coast
city.
somewhere. And
So we'll just tell the captain to sail out and anchor up somewhere down,
And we'll row in.
and then we'll row in, and we can go and rescue the family, and we'll ride in as kings, and I'll have lots of cider.
Agree?
Let's do it.
I won't give anyone any more money. I'm sorry.
Just want everyone in on it.
I'll go along with it.
Do you have any other suggestions?
I think that we were really onto something with the grassroots thing here in the city. I don't think the solution is to go and grab the nobles.
What's the end game of this? What is it? What we're doing here? Like not this particular
Break
moment,
the city.
but the entire city
Just be rid of
situation.
that cult that are oppressing.
The end game,
us.
like that's the end game. Trying to get.
We can just get them free, even if we don't bring them along.
Carlisle says they're a big symbol, so if we get them all back together, and they'll hold sway. More of the guards will come back. Guards that remember your dad.
But they're not very keen on
No.
it.
Okay. Personally, for me, the city's lovely. It's great. I really want to see my family and make sure at least one of them is fine. My girlfriend's okay. That's great.
Well, sometimes you don't get to see your family.
I cast message to Bree and I'm just like, fuck away.
She's right.
Sometimes other things have to come first.
Like what?
Like, we've already done the whole big symbol thing. We took down a dragon, but we're not spending any time capitalizing on that. So why are we gonna go and try and get our hands on another big symbol? The end
That's
game
not,
for
that's,
us
that's not
is
why we're going to
to
get them.
change the minds of the
It's
people.
not
We've lit the flame, and
We're
then
not
we need to
taking
come back with a big
We're
old pair of
literally making sure
bellows.
they're okay. Some people don't have a family, Bree. We will never see them again.
I have a family.
He just wants to see them. We can just head to the castle, and that's it.
I feel the longer we leave the city, we've basically been poking the hornet's nest. So we might have to come back later once it's settled. Or
But the only reason we're in this city at all was Toby, and Toby's now just said it's more about the family side.
I think
than
we go
who's in
out.
the
I
city.
think we go to. My vote is to go and rescue your family. I
All
think
those in
that'll help
favour?
us, and it gives us time to recover.
All those in favour?
I'm in favour. What are we doing?
Okay, we
what,
go
what are we
tonight.
doing with? Not that. What are we doing with your family?
I want to make sure that they're okay.
And then
There's
once
a
we
guess
rescue
inside
them,
somewhere else.
and if we can
Someone
rescue them,
somewhere
we can
else.
bring them back, and that'll help us.
I don't think it will.
I don't think
But
that.
I think it'll help us.
Not even
Or
slightly.
we ship them off
I
to
think it does.
We could send them off
They
to
don't like the
Calmsham.
family.
We know
Some
Calmsham.
of them
Calmsham's a bit of a.
Okay, maybe
It's
not
a bit
send it to where
rough.
there's a giant civil war going on. That's a bad
Amsterdam
idea.
has got probably the greatest inequality in any city in the world, so
Okay,
it
that
has
might be a bad
both
idea.
riches
I didn't know if it
unknown
was
to
like. I
anybody
didn't know
and
if it was
then
like. Okay, right, that's fine.
also a city known for poisons and assassins, so yeah.
That
Are we
is bad.
still-
Okay. Or we could send them up to Longsaddle.
Yeah,
That's
cross that
the
bridge.
continent.
far away.
It's very far, but very far from this.
But we can
shit.
see what the family maybe want to do
That's
when
fine.
and if we get to get them
How far away is it in terms of days of
Or
travel?
Skybreaker Keep.
Yeah.
from.
It's about 2 days ride south west into the mountains. You would know.
It would take us long to get
Make
there.
a history check for me.
It would take a long time.
And
to
with
get there.
advantage because this is yours.
We go with horses, and we'd have to walk it. That would be like a week. That
I'm
would
pretty
be
sure
away from
these
the
guys
city.
might know people.
I'm proficient in
Try and get
history.
horses.
I'm proficient in history
We
too.
could steal some.
This is remembering details about the keep.
Or we
So
can
you
spend
can-
Okay,
we can
definitely
spend
not.
money to buy horses when we get there.
That is a 20.
Dirty.
I get the loot 20.
Okay, you would remember about the Skybreaker's Keep that there was this weird thing at the top of this weird glass dome, and that whilst you couldn't with the naked eye see what was see like Summercrest, there was some like weird stuff up there which allowed you to see it. So you can see Summercrest from there,
From Skybreaker.
but it's from Skybreaker Keep, but it's still 2 days travel and you can't see it from the naked eye.
I relay that information.
You mark Skybreaker Keep
Fuck.
on that.
Tobias, make a another history check to see what you can.
And can you draw mountains?
He's only got 20. Do you think he?
With advantage?
That was to remember a specific detail.
Yeah, this is specifically the actual keep.
I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay.
Even better.
And you
So
said
we-
draw mountains, yeah?
Not like in detail, just like a few like
Yeah,
dashes,
yeah.
just to give a bit of an idea. I understand what it means.
I want you to draw a topical
Some of
topical
this is
map.
there,
for you.
but there's like a big old sticky out bit that you can go around.
I see.
Do we feel confident of breaking into a keep as well? Is the real question.
Yes.
First time I pressed like.
Bree's
Oh, I
confident
see,
in being
okay,
the highest, so
Yeah,
I think
I
we can
mean-
do the highest.
We definitely have people that can do it. So.
Oh my god. We're up there. Scary keep.
I'm kind of feeling like
Oh fuck.
the guards
Sounds
around
like southwest.
here are more likely to be loyalists.
What was that, sorry?
The guards and Stairbreaker.
Yeah.
Do you
What-
think
what
so?
about- what
I think
about-
they put the opposite though, because why would you want to guard the family with people who like the family?
I'm not quite sure who's hold up who. Maybe they're there by choice and being defended. as
Do you not
opposed
feel
to-
that after seeing you?
How about this?
come
How about
back,
this?
they
How about
would've-
this? For out game and in game, tonight we sleep. Tomorrow we can decide. Either way, we're leaving port for now. And we can decide next time. Okay, let's do that.
So do you knock on the thing to tell?
Yeah.
So you knock.
Capitan,
Just out of
vroom
interest.
vroom.
That yeah, you knock and he kind of opens it. Oh yes. So
Would it be possible, Captain, to leave port tonight?
As in right now.
As in now.
that could be arranged. I might. There has been some commotion in the city, so
That's
we will
terrible.
need to quickly throw up a massive different colours just so that it's not quite so obvious that it's us.
You
But
are a
we
smart
will
man.
do that for the 400.
Thank you.
We didn't like this city much anyway.
No.
Uh,
You will soon.
Yes. I'll make the preparations, shall I? And do we have a destination in mind?
Just out at sea for now.
Out at sea for now? That sounds wonderful.
Start heading west down the coast.
And he goes out and he immediately goes from the nice businessman to "Are you the mermaid?" and just starts like
Slags!
and
Let's just
so it's like
Jaws.
Yeah.
Are they starts like banging on the deck and you start hearing like the pitch patter feet like coming up and it takes about 5 minutes for the for them to start like untying ropes, changing. They put like a cloth over their flag, and their sails to just somewhat kind of change what they might be, yeah, they start kind of moving away from port. Are you up on the deck?
No.
Probably stay down until we're
In his
out of the
cabin.
harbour.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What was the captain's name again? Captain
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
What is it? Who's Malcolm Reynolds again?
Firefly.
Oh, yeah.
Not
That's awesome. You can't take the sky from me.
surprisingly, the captain of the ship wasn't a character I just made.
That's
refer to
bizarre,
before.
Carl. I think you've underprepared me.
Despite the fact that I do actually have some NPC names written down in case I needed to make some other things.
Sorry, you get to use
Yeah,
it
there
next
was a
time.
character that I was expecting to be the captain of the ship. One whose voice you've been
Picard.
Oh yes.
No.
We've yet to meet him.
Oh, we are, and it will be glorious.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say on the
When we
matter.
meet Captain Picard.
Um,
A spaceship would be very useful.
so you start feeling the boat rocking slowly at first, and then move back. You do hear kind of shouts and a commotion near the dock, but you've made your way off and out. And as you start to go out into the open sea, there is a Kaylee that was going on that evening anyway. And you hear some wonderful cadence, and that is where we will end this session.
Woo! How many pages did we get through it? One? Half of one?
You got through the recap,
Yes.
and then the Carlisle stuff, and then that was it.
Yep. Yeah, possible.
Can we be together?
Good job all round.
To see
We're
what we
consistent,
expect?
guys.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, actually, no. There's stuff at the top of these pages.
Oh my god, Carlisle's pregnant.
Toby's baby.